All right, all right. What is up? It's iCkEdMeL. Good morning. How you guys doing? And a couple of things to talk about today. There was this recent situation. A couple of people have messaged me. I'm gonna give it a little bit to start, and I want to make sure I'm running okay because I'm still figuring out um, Streamlabs, and so let me see if I can move this over here. I know the chat's been resetting. But a lot of people have been messaging me about this woman that was located in a storm drain. I spoke to the first person was Silvio messaged me last night, and then let me make sure I'm live on Facebook. Oops. And then a couple of people messaged me on Facebook, and a couple of people have commented on YouTube. And it's a strange story. I think it's caught people's attention because they think maybe it has something to do with Noemi. I don't believe that it does, given the timeline that they gave us. I mean, unless their timeline's off. Just make sure we're good here. Okay, we're on Facebook, YouTube. Can you guys hear me and see me clearly? Let's see. About to quit this thing, go back to StreamYard. Many issues. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we're up and running here. All right, all right. Audio. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Is it too early for you guys? Might be too early. Thank you for liking the stream. What's up, Crystal? Sandra Salty. What do you got? We've got a very little bit of people here. Is it too early? So let me see what we'll start. Let me start with this woman that was found in a storm drain. I'll watch the video. I'm gonna read the article first, and then we'll get into the video. Yeah, let me read this one here. Pull this up. This one. Good morning. Welcome, by the way. People are just joining. Drinking coffee, looking for crime. There's crime everywhere. Too much crime. There we go. Now this thing is updating. Wow. Welcome, everybody. Good morning, man. Good morning. So, okay. Let's start with this one here. Kara, what's up? Renee, yo, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, okay, so there was this missing woman that was found naked in a storm drain. It was kind of weird because supposedly she had been missing for 3 weeks. I'll start over here. A Florida woman reported missing weeks ago was found naked and trapped in an 8-foot storm drain, and it's unclear how long she was stuck underground, police and fire officials said. This is like, I guess that's her right there. They covered her up. Naked in a storm drain. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you guys for liking and joining up this morning. This happened in Delray. A Delray Beach fire rescue crew responded to the storm drain off a busy stretch of Atlantic Avenue early Tuesday after a passerby heard the woman yelling from several feet below, the street authorities said. Crews removed a grate to access the drain, which was about 8 feet deep, and used a ladder and a harness to raise the woman to the ground level as a small crowd cheered. The woman, who was not immediately identified, was taken to the hospital to be checked out. Police in Delray are now investigating how she got into the drain and how long she was there. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate it. What's up, Jane, Stony, Cup, April, Carrie? So the woman was reported missing to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's on March 3rd. So this is why this is not Noemi. We'll talk a little bit about Noemi later. But I keep getting a bunch of messages, and people inboxing me and all this stuff about this and thinking, especially there's people that are not from Florida and stuff like that. So, you know, I appreciate the messages, but I figured let's just address it in a video together. But this is a different woman. She was reported missing on March 3rd. Noemi was reported missing, I believe, February 11th. I don't know. They said, the fire rescue spokesperson, I don't know how much longer she would have been okay down there. The idea that she was down there for any length of time is disturbing. Michelle said the woman, who appeared to be in her early 40s, not Noemi. Noemi was, well, now she's 22. When she went missing, she was 21, I believe. Yeah. Likely had to deal with a cast of critters while inside the drain, including snakes and rats, as well as the terrible smell she had to endure. Authorities did not identify her, but said she was reported missing to the Palm Beach County. Noemi went missing in Broward County. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate the super chat. That's Crystal Peer. Oh, I was going to read what it says. Peer character writing. It's actually an image. The woman found naked while covered in dirt was scraped with a scraped knee and leaves in her hair. Delray police, meanwhile, do not suspect foul play, the newspaper reported. From the police department standpoint, we don't believe there was any type of crime committed. So how the hell did she get in this storm drain? And what's the deal with that? Am I a little too small here? Bigger. The woman said she had been in the drain for a significant amount of time, but it remains unclear exactly how and why. Adding she appeared to have gotten into the drain from another location. So they don't think she went in through where they got her out. I guess they think she got in through some other way. The woman was in the drain at least a couple of days and perhaps weeks. I don't know how. One of the most bizarre situations our officers have experienced. So let's take a look at the video. I'm talking about it here from WPLG Local.
South Florida woman is recovering in the hospital after she was found naked and stuck in a storm drain.
Turns out she was reported missing nearly 3 weeks ago from a different county. Local 10's Roy Ramos has the latest now from Delray Beach.
That's what I was thinking, Brandy. Was she high or something?
We have reported on a number of stories involving animals being trapped in storm drains, small ducklings, kittens, even puppies. But a human, well, that was a first not just for us, but for first responders as well.
This was by far one of the most bizarre incidents that our officers have responded to.
These images showing Delray Beach police and firefighters surrounding a storm drain near the intersection of Atlantic Avenue and Southwest 11th Avenue early Tuesday after a person heard what sounded like a woman's voice down below.
A passerby heard something coming from the storm drain. She heard a woman yelling.
When first responders arrived, they discovered a woman trapped 8 feet below the roadway.
They did, in fact, to their surprise, find a woman stuck in that storm drain.
Delray Beach Fire's special operations team able to remove the storm grate, lower down a ladder, and then hoist the woman up.
She was unable to stand up. She didn't have any clothes on. She was very dirty. She had some superficial wounds. Her knees were all scraped up.
If you look at this storm drain, you'll notice that a person would have to be relatively small to fit down in here, and removing this grate is no easy task. That's why police don't believe she entered here, but rather somewhere else. Question is where and exactly how long was she down?
Yeah, I mean, that space, I mean, I don't know how small she is, but to fit between that.
That's why police don't believe she entered here, but rather somewhere else. Question is where and exactly how long was she down there?
And it appears that she may have been in that storm drain for at least a couple of days, perhaps longer.
That woman was taken to Delray Beach
Right.
Medical Center to be treated for her injuries and to check on her health. While police say there are still many unanswered questions, they are just fortunate a woman found in that area, no place any human should be, was.
Jesus. So if this is the thing here, maybe I guess she crawled in from the other side. And I see some of the chat people are saying like maybe drugs or something. That's what I thought too. I thought maybe drugs, or like was she with somebody and OD'd and they threw her down a drain somewhere, or did she just tripping? I don't know. Crystal Duran said, you think it's like Alyssa Lamb case, but she survived? I don't know. That's possible. That was Alyssa Lamb was that crazy hotel Cecil Hotel elevator thing where the girl was in the elevator and it looked like people thought people were following her. Supposedly turned out that she had bipolar something, but it's a still very mysterious story. Sorry, excuse me. But yeah, this situation here is definitely not Noemi, you know, unfortunately, you know. But you know, at least somebody else was found safe. I don't know that we're gonna get much information on this story. I think they're probably gonna keep it quiet. The missing person, probably unless this was malicious. But if police aren't suspecting foul play, then what happened? She went there on her own. Hey, Michelle from Long Island, welcome. Everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you coming through the morning stream. Kind of still getting set up with the new thing that I got going on, so I appreciate the patience.
Found and found alive.
To think of a person down there for any amount of time, it's terrifying.
As we come back out from that storm drain, it is investigators with Delray Beach Police now working to find out if the woman who was found here was the same woman that disappeared in early March and was reported missing on March 3rd. As soon as we gather more detail, disappeared in early March and was reported missing.
So this video was before the article I just read to you guys. This article is more updated. This was this morning, 10 a.m. So, and I saw Kara ask about how was she found. There was a passerby that saw her or heard her. She was like screaming for help, and then a passerby stopped by and then they called, I guess 911, and fire rescue came. I mean, the weird thing too, it's just like you got in there somehow, and I guess she didn't even know how she got in there herself. It's almost like she came to and like doesn't remember what happened. The other thing too that somebody mentioned as far as the clothing being off too, that is almost kind of like the Alyssa Lamb, because Alyssa Lamb took off her clothes too, but I don't know if it just came off in the water. Hey, Evelyn, welcome. What's up? So that's that story. I just kind of wanted to bring that and kind of clear up the whole Noemi Bolivar as far as that it's not her according to this. This was another person that went missing in March, and it went missing in I think it was Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County. Now, as far as, I guess since we're kind of, where am I at over here? There we go. As far as, we don't know her name. Her identity hasn't been released. Hey, from the UK, Haley, welcome. I actually have a UK story I need to do. I want to do something for you guys. Noemi, with that, there's been no updates. Nothing official. Haven't heard nothing from police since they asked for the public's help. There's nothing much going on social media from what I can see. There's nothing else going on in the news articles. And that whole situation is really frustrating. I did a video. Some people didn't like, some people were upset about it. About some of the things that I was told from very credible people about you know, her sexuality, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, you know, but you know, who knows? It's a possibility given the context of the situation, and then also that, you know, it looked like she had left on her own. That's just what I was told from very credible, you know, I can't say people's name because then people won't trust me, but not only after that video I spoke to somebody else and it was confirmed, and then I spoke to two friends of hers after too. You know, some people claim they never saw that in her, those characteristics. If you go on her social media, that's what I see all over the place. But it wasn't just based off of social media. It was based off of speaking to those people. Because a lot of people have seen that whole thing with her and the supposed sexuality and all that stuff. Let me see what else. The Seattle woman, you're talking about Maricela, there hasn't been any updates. Maricela Botello, there hasn't been no updates at all with Maricela. I feel like Noemi, I don't know, maybe we'll do another video separately. I did a video where I kind of went off on some lady in the comment section, but I never posted it. Because I think it was a little too much. I'll probably just post it to the members. The Noemi thing, I mean, to me, it's like things got quiet. Okay, this is just what I saw and what I perceived. And I mean, if people don't like it, they don't like it. Okay, but at one point, it seems like something happened. I know that the church said that they were letting police, from what I saw in the group message, the group page, they were going to let the church deal, not the church, the police deal with the investigation, that they kind of took over, and the police are only talking with the mother and father. From that day, kind of where things kind of switched, there's been no more searches. Maybe because maybe they don't know where to go. Maybe there's nowhere. I don't know. There's been no more searches, no more public speaking. Mom and dad aren't speaking. I guess, I don't know. Who knows, for whatever reason. But to me, it's just complete radio silence. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they don't want us to talk about it or something. I guess we're supposed to be quiet or something. I don't know. It's just quiet. There's no more advocacy, nothing going on with that. Well, so let me move on from that. Because I don't want to take it to, a negative thing. But the video is there if you guys want to go see it. I'll put the link. And that video, I didn't even post it to, you know what? I'll read the comment that the person sent me. That video, I didn't even post it to Facebook. I said I'm just gonna leave it alone because I was a little bit conflicted because her sexuality, but it could very well have something to do with her leaving, And so I don't know. And I saw somebody comment on the Facebook group that whatever, if you're out there and whatever you're going through, regardless of whatever situation, just know there's people there for you. Let me see the comments. Maybe I should play the video. I think the video was a little too much. Should I play the video? Yeah, iCkEdMeL, play the video. Do it, man. Yeah, we want to see you go crazy. Hold on. I feel like, I don't know, the video I went a little, because I was like, oh, maybe I should just leave the comments alone. Let the people comment and do what they're going to do. You know what? Nah, let's do it. Oh, let me see something here. Not only that, if you look at the Pinterest and all, I'll tell you I'm on Facebook. With that last video that I did on people, one with regards to Noemi Bolivar, and the other one, I have no idea. Okay, fuck it. You know what? I'm just gonna play it. Let her ride out. Let me put it on the screen for you guys. And then we'll move on to Breasia. Here we go. Okay, there we are. Hey, what's up, iCkEdMeL? And it's weird seeing double of me. I got 2 comments today from people. One with regards to Noemi Bolivar, and the other one, I have no idea what video she was. Am I echoing? Oh, wait. Is it echoing? I don't think there should be an echo. Talking about some woman named Kimberly got upset that I mispronounced lascivious, or however. I should mispronounce it now just to piss her off. But Erin commented about the Noemi video that I did. She was upset. Okay. With that last video that I did on Noemi, first of all, I only posted it on YouTube. if I really wanted to push the button, I'd post it on Facebook. And maybe I should. She's upset. I don't know who this chick is, but let me tell you, I'm not some willy-nilly throw something out there because I saw a picture. I spoke to, initially it was one very credible person, and I had some people from the church reach out to me too. It wasn't actually people from the church, it was a friend. I spoke to one credible person. Not only that, if you look at the Pinterest and all the social media, there's things that hints towards that. But then the day after I posted the video, I spoke to somebody else, highly credible, and they confirmed the same thing. So let me just tell some of you people like this. I'm going to read her comment. I'm going to read my reply. And then I'm going to say, go kick rocks. Go watch some other bullshit YouTuber, because I saw this other big YouTuber that covered this story with a bunch of details that were incorrect. If I can get you guys a bigger Sitting screen. there the entire time reading articles. You had all your shit wrong. You have no fucking idea. But most people could care less about the truth. They get upset. Like I said in my rant video, tell the truth about this stuff, people get really angry and they want to shut you down. So Aaron comments. Let me try to get into the mood. You are a monster, dude. Oops. You should have multiple lawsuits against you for your hypocrisy, slander, and liability in this instance alone. And Aaron, like I told the other people that I spoke to on the phone, bring it. Send me to court. I have no problem. Send me to court. You are a shame and a sham of the community of people attempting to resolve missing person cases. Are you a part of that community, or are you just somebody in the backseat that does nothing, that sits, whines, bitches, complains, and you do nothing at all but sit there, watch a video, and leave a comment about how you're upset? Are you one of those people? You have made a mockery of the community of people attempting to find missing people and children on several occasions. Really? Oh, you've been watching me. And I have been hard-pressed to force myself to watch any more of your propaganda in order to find more reasons to say this. Well, Aaron, there's a bunch of YouTube channels. Unsubscribe. Go watch those other channels. As I mentioned, you can go watch the bullshit. Go watch the bullshit. People love bullshit and lies. Go watch the bullshit. You should stop now and find some other platform or angle to project your opinions and interests from. I don't care if you get sued, but you should be silenced. Oh, snap. Cancel culture. Cancel! Before you do irreparable damage to those who you purport to be helping. I hope you are ignorant, because otherwise, you're just dangerous. Well, you're dangerous, iCkEdMeL. You're dangerous. So I replied to Aaron, I won't stop, and I've spoken to multiple credible people. Like I said, you want to take me to court? Go ahead. If you have an issue, then take the legal route. I'll be waiting. Instead of whining and bitching, sitting in the back seat, making comments and contributing nothing but a comment, go and do something. In fact, Aaron, go start a YouTube channel. Go do something more productive than sitting your ass and bitching and complain about shit that you know nothing about. Or even in South Florida, shit that you know nothing about. And I said, what have you done? Nothing. I've spoken to people directly involved. So take your ass to Google or some other channel that's going to tell you sweet nothings. That was my reply to Aaron with regards to Noemi. Now, earlier today, I got a message from some woman, Kimberly. Kimberly's upset. I have no idea what video she's even talking about, but she sent me this. As a so-called journalist,
He Skyped with YouTuber Melvin Cedeno on his YouTube channel, iCkEdMeL Live. Joe Vance vehemently defends his son.
Are you a journalist, sort of? What are you? How do I describe you?
I'm a YouTuber, and I just been on this weird journey where I started from baby products to covering stories. And I don't know that I could call myself a journalist, because there's people that are really professionals like you guys that really like study it. And I love covering these kind of stories, especially with kids involved. I don't know what I am. I'm just on this YouTube journey. One day I would like to make this a career, you know, hopefully reporting and covering stories and making like a difference. That's what I want to get to. Ultimately, I want to get to the point where like there's a missing girl, a missing boy. I can talk about it and it makes waves. Right now I have to stick to the story that's popular in order to maybe kind of make waves, you know? So hopefully one day I can do that.
Very good. Well, wish you luck. Thank you, man.
It's important to actually know how to pronounce the words you use. Listening to you butcher this word over and over again just kills me. Forget about the missing people. Forget about people that are dead, murdered, and killed. You mispronouncing this word, it just kills me. That's it. That's all I care about. Please, God, listen to how it's pronounced and then practice. It's pretty simple. If you just pay attention to the spelling and sound it out like they should have taught you in first grade. Damn, Kimberly. So I reply, you sound mad. I hope your day improves. A so-called teacher, I don't take anything personal, and I understand why you're angry. Wish you the best, even though maybe I am taking it personal. And I looked into her background, and I understand why she's an angry, nasty woman. I totally understand why. I'm not going to say anything further than that. And so let's practice and pronounce it together, okay? Because this is what's Kimberly's concern.
Lascivious.
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 What is the definition of lascivious? Of a person, manner, or gesture feeling or revealing an overt and often offensive desire. It's interesting given her past. So that's just my thoughts, all right? I just want to express that because I've been a nice guy. I've been nice. Aaron, I have no idea who you are, and I could care less. Take your ass somewhere else. I have such a hard time watching your videos. Take your ass somewhere else. And you're bitching, whining, complaining, you do nothing type of person. Take your ass somewhere else. That's my thoughts. I feel better. Now you know I forgot about that. You guys comment down below here on YouTube. Do you want me to repost the video directly to Facebook? I'm not gonna repost it. I'm with that whole situation. I'm kind of done and over with. They can get mad. They don't like it. Whatever. There's been radio silence on the whole situation. All right. So I mean, nobody wants to speak, and everybody wants to be quiet, and we're not gonna do any more press. And your kid's missing, but we're just gonna be quiet. Then all right, we'll leave it at that. Right. Right. Now, we're gonna talk about Breasia in a minute. But I have a couple of little side stories, little morning stories to share kind of before we talk a little bit about Breasia. This one was kind of interesting because let me let it play. This guy was a peeping Tom that got caught here in South Florida. I actually have kind of a funny story.
A South Florida mom is breathing a sigh of relief tonight after police say the man caught on surveillance peeking into her home is behind bars. Investigators used that video to track the suspect down. NBC6 reporter Marissa Baggs spoke to that mom. She is live in Hollywood with more. And Marissa, she must be horrified.
You said it, Jackie, and the family isn't here, and they probably won't ever be here again. It was less than 48 hours ago that this suspect was right at the front door of this home, even reached for the doorknob at one point. Happening. It's a sight that will make...
Bruh. Oh, can I get you guys the full screen? Okay, let me fix this real quick. I want to get you guys the full screen. I'm still kind of getting used to all this. So maybe this one. There we go. I'm gonna get you the full screen so you can check out this creep. Yo, I really encourage people, and this is something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get that Ring doorbell to have the cameras. You should probably get security cameras in your house. There is a bunch of creeps and weirdos like this walking through your neighborhoods. If you get there's a neighborhood app, and then on the last stream, people recommended the Citizen app. There's a bunch of weirdo creep people like this cruising through the neighborhoods, looking through the windows, trying to open the doors, trying to get into the cars. And you hear stories too of kids getting snatched through windows. Sorry, excuse me. It's happened. That's another thing. Make sure your windows are locked every night. Somebody in the house should be in charge of that, or every other night, whenever. Make sure the windows are locked. Make sure your doors are locked. For God's sake, lock the door to your car. You know how many cars get stolen because people just leave their door open? So, oh, and it's alleged Peeping Tom, even though we see him here peeping.
Anyone cringe? Video of a stranger lurking outside bedroom windows, peering in on a mother and her 3 children.
I feel violated, and I was very, very angry. I was upset.
Janelle Drayton found the guy creeping outside of her home.
Ring.com. Get yourself one of these Ring stuff, man. Thank you for hitting like, guys. I appreciate it.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. In one video, his pants are down. In another, he shows
Look at this dude. Oh, hell no. Hold on. Can we even show that on stream?
Found the guy creeping outside of her home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. In one video, his pants are down. In another, he shows up on the front doorstep and reached for the front door just minutes after she and her 7-year-old daughter came home.
Of course, I'm worried. I'm scared for myself and for my daughter's safety because he's been around for several days.
Police identified the suspect as 24-year-old Francisco Casavant. He lives just 2 blocks away on McKinley Street.
Oh my God, 2 blocks away. So this guy's walking in his own neighborhood, creeping. He's probably, who knows? He's probably seen them before. He's probably watched them. He was probably looking for the girl. He's probably seen her, watches their routine. He knows there's a girl in that house.
Drayton says she found out what he was doing by chance. Drayton's 18-year-old son came out here to take out the trash, and he noticed one of the pavers here was missing. So he told his mother about it. Well, that led her to check their security cameras, and that's when she saw the danger that was lurking outside. Casavant went before a judge today. Turns out he's on probation, accused of other sex crimes, including attempted rape.
Based on his...
That's amazing, huh? You can do all that kind of stuff. Sex crimes, attempted rape, whatever. Just let him out back into society.
Lengthy history of indecent exposure offense is very similar to this case. The escalating pattern of behavior where we're going from the indecent exposures to the attempted sexual battery.
Drayton shudders to think what could have happened to her if she hadn't discovered him on her cameras.
That one thing that my son said to me made all the difference in the world, because this could have turned out badly. It could have been a disaster.
Yeah, men or women, whoever's in the household, somebody have some decency, not decency, but just be aware of making sure the windows are locked. Maybe get a little camera if you can. I like that little community thing, the Ring thing, because it's like a community thing where you can try to come together and expose these people because they need to be exposed. Long ass history. If you guys saw the video that I did on one of the last live streams about the South Florida crazy stories about this guy that he's been like stalking women, like a long ass history. Well, yeah, a long history, but a lot of it's circumstantial. But the one thing is where he got caught. A couple of us spoke about Akara. I know you remember that story. The woman that was jogging along the golf course. The guy has long ass history of taking care of himself in the car, driving up to women, looking at them, following them on some occasions multiple times. You know what I'm saying? And right now he's out, I think on bond, but he has the little tracker thing, you know, his whatever they call that. So, oh, and a little crazy story. Once upon a time, a long time ago, my mother called me, right? And she's like, oh, you know, she was like, oh, one morning she got up and like, you know, for work, and she's gonna go like take a shower. She's getting ready. She walks into the bathroom, and she has that kind of window that's like, I don't know what it's called, stained or something. Stained window. Let me see. Stained glass windows. Yeah, it's kind of like a stained glass window, but it's one of those windows that you can't see clearly through it, right? And so, all right, AP, thanks for joining. AP, I hope you feel better. I hope you're out of the hospital. I hope you're doing all right. But so she walks by the window and she sees this like shadow kind of thing. And she told me like she thought it was Jesus. And I was like, like it was like a message, like a higher power thing. And I was like, no, I don't think so. You really need to be careful what you're doing. I don't think that's Jesus. And so like the next day, like it turned out, I think it was actually some guy creeping, and that because she went outside and there was like this little, like a little stepping stool that was moved right under the window. And so that telling you there's people out there on some weirdo stuff creeping around, man. Another story, side story. This is very short. Let me see if I can find some, if there's more information about this. This is kind of crazy, and this just happened yesterday, I believe. A masked, let me see if you guys can see. Oh no, here, let me pull it up for you. So, a masked shooter fired several rounds at a crowded playground in the Bronx. And the harrowing ordeal was caught on surveillance tape. The NYPD on Tuesday shows two masked people on a scooter drive by Magneta. See, I'm self-conscious of like spelling out the words now because the spelling bee teacher. Magneta, I don't know. Playground and Allenville Avenue on Rosewood Street on March 12th. Or March 12th is when it happened. Okay, around 5:30 p.m. The individual on the back of the scooter then pulled out a gun and fired several shots as people inside the playground ran for cover. The bullets damaged 3 parked and unoccupied vehicles, and no injuries were reported. This is the type of stuff that people are on these days. You know, you don't know when could be your last. You have these psychos running around. We're going to take a look at the clip. Let me fix myself here too. There we go. You have these psychos like running around, doing all kinds of stuff. So let me play it here. There's no audio to it. Like, who does that? See all the kids right here? Oh, let me get you full screen. Right there. Look at this. He's shooting and the kids are running. Look at this shit. You can't go to school. You can't go to the movies. You can't go to the grocery store. You can't, I mean, these types of people just need to be removed from society. There's no redemption. There's no therapeutic, whatever, no mental health assessment or medication. Just lock them up and let them, you know, I don't know, clean up after the other prisoners or do laundry or something. And that's it. That's where they belong for the rest of their lives. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to talk a little bit about Breasia Terrell. So I'm going to play a little bit of this live stream that I did a while back. I'm not going to play the entire thing, but just a small portion for people that don't know about this story. I still have my notes from back then when I did it. It's kind of a little bit long, somewhat, and complicated, I guess. But so Breasia, she went missing on July 10th, and she was last seen near Dinkins' apartment. Let me just play this clip here. I think I'll just play this clip. Bunch of video clips. Let me first tell you guys the account from the mother, Brooklyn, of what happened. Okay, so the mother's name is Aisha Langford, and according to her, so this whole situation took place July 9th. All right, really? 2020, and this is the mother's account. Terrell, which we're talking about, Breasia Terrell, and her 8-year-old half brother were my bad. On July 9th, she went to Henry Earl Dinkins' apartment. That's when it started, for an overnight stay at their grandmother's house on Thursday. While Langford was working at Checkers restaurant at East Locust Street in Davenport. Dickens, okay, this guy's full name is Henry Earl Dickens. He's the person of interest. Let me see if I could put up a picture for you guys real quick. You should have seen him in the video that I just played, but I'll give you a little bit of a picture too. All right. So Dickens picked up both children for the night because he wanted to spend some time with his son, and the boy didn't want to go alone. So they're, her half brother, which I'm going to show you a video clip right now after I read this little description of the half brother. So Langford, which is the mother, rarely allows Terrell to sleep overnight anywhere. This is according to the mother. But that night, the girl told her mother she was having fun and wanted to stay, so Langford allowed it. She hasn't seen her daughter since dropping off clothes Thursday evening at Dickens' apartment. Dickens had been around Terrell since she was an infant, and so she didn't suspect him of being capable of doing anything. And she said she always felt her daughter was safe around him. Now, let me check the chat real quick. All right. So, I want to play this clip to give you a little bit of an idea of Breasia, so you guys can see her on video. We're going to be talking about, there's a lot of videos that I got to show you guys, because one, I have there's a full interview that the mother did. And actually spent a while editing the video because the audio was so bad. So we're going to look at the mother's full interview. We're also going to take a look at, by the way, those people in New York, they haven't been caught. And let me see. This area, I don't know if it's considered Brownsville or not, but this is a recent story. And they're still looking for those two guys. This guy that claims to have been, where's it at? Did I lose it? Oh, here it goes. This guy goes off. He's not the biological father of Breasia, but he claims that, he was there throughout her life. And so people were criticizing him on the internet.
Attention is being given to the
father. So we'll get into that later. But let me play this video for you guys. And this video, I have to be careful because there's like some background music. It's very light, but it is brief, but way
Jim, Chief Sikorsky also said that the
way
FBI
Facebook
field
is.
office operating out of Omaha is assisting in this case. So too are hundreds of people representing all stripes of the Quad Cities communities. Thousands of people expressing their outrage online. But the one voice that we still haven't heard yet is that of Breasia's.
There's me.
10-year-old Breasia, surrounded by family, singing along to her favorite song from Moana.
She likes to speak through music.
Okay, Mom. Is it pretty now?
And a budding TikTok entertainer, together with her mom.
I'm a savage.
She's always like, Mom, this TikTok, you should do this TikTok, Mom, you should do this TikTok.
Aisha Langford.
What's she like? She has the most biggest personality ever. I mean, any parent would want. She helps, she's a very good big sister.
By the way, we're just getting started. Trust me. Get comfortable, sit tuned, because there's a lot of things about this story that's kind of crazy.
In this video, Ring Around the Rosie with her 8-year-old brother.
So that's the brother. I don't know the brother's name, but that's the brother and that's the sister. And so she went to go with the half brother to the half brother's house that night. And by the way, this video I did is pretty outdated. This was, when was this? This was October 26, 2020. So I'm just using this as a reference. There's been a lot, I guess, as far as rumors and stuff like that. I haven't been following the rumors or the group, but I'm not going to play, there's no way I'm playing this entire video. You can definitely check it out though. It was like a 4-hour stream. I'm just playing the intro so people that don't know about the story, or maybe you need a refresher. This is kind of a refresher for me. And the reason we're talking about Breasia is because there was human remains found, I believe yesterday. And so it's bringing up questions with regards to Breasia. It's not confirmed that it's her. And so, I saw some people commenting like it's her. We don't know yet, but who knows? It could be. The mother was there on scene too. But the interesting thing is the mother was there on scene, but Local 4 News asked Langford if she wanted to speak with them, and she declined to speak to them. So and somebody last night sent me some like I don't know, some interesting stuff on Facebook, some clips. I might play it. After this. So we'll see.
Tell me about Breasia. Do you guys get along?
That's him.
Yeah. Sometimes. And then we argue.
Notorious's biological father, Henry Dinkins, arrested Friday.
I guess that's his name, but it's so hard to hear. I don't know if he said Notorious's or what. Let me see.
Biological father, Henry.
And we argue.
Notorious's or something like that.
Biological father, Henry Dinkins, arrested Friday night for failing to register his address as a convicted sex offender. Aisha believes he was the last one to see her early Friday morning. Breasia was with him because she was spending time with her little brother.
And anybody that's been following the story, is he arrested now? I think something happened recently. Somebody got to find out. Henry Dinkins.
Supposedly he woke up and Bree was nowhere to be found.
Aisha talked to Dinkins at the Scott County Jail today.
I find that so hard to
Dinkins
believe.
Says he doesn't know where Breasia is, and the family is taking the search into their own hands.
We out looking for her every day, every night. We're not stopping until she come home.
She's always got a smile on her face. Everywhere you go, you're gonna see her smiling.
Jesus, we'll get this video taken down. Mute it for a second. But she was on TikTok. She was big. According to the person that I spoke to, also with regards to Henry Dinkins, she told me, oh, you can't see my screen. She told me, how do I do this? Oh. Got to figure all this out. It's a little. Let's leave it. How can I show you guys this screen? Okay, let me just do this for now real quick. Okay, just for now. Sorry about that. So he was arrested 11/20/2020, and what she said is that we have a local inmate listing for Scott County that shows they moved Dinkins to Clinton, which is where the body was found. So I don't know. Just wanted to share that little tidbit of that. Back up. Okay, into TikTok.
I've got to tell you, Jim, there were some emotional moments in that press conference.
He's been in jail and hasn't been released on other charges.
The family really has taken parts of this investigation into their own hands, printing out T-shirts and these posters with.
Lashana said for not registered for being a sex offender.
Breasia's smile.
I believe the mother did know Crystal. I spoke about this in this live stream. I'm not sure at what point.
We'll be able to see it.
All right, so July 9th, like I was saying, Breasia, she goes to Henry Earl Dickens, that's his full actual name, Henry Earl Dickens, to his apartment on the 2700 block of East 53rd Street. Make sure you guys can see me better while I read the notes that I took. And so she stays overnight. Terrell texted her mother using Dinkins' phone. So who knows if that was really her. But when I say Terrell, we're talking about Breasia. That's how they worded it. So she texts her mother using the guy's phone. I was saying Breasia at the time, but it's Breasia. On Henry at shortly after 9 p.m. to tell her goodnight. Langford hasn't heard from her daughter since. This guy, Dinkins, he's 47 years old, and he's a person of interest. He's actually currently locked up on unrelated charges, though those unrelated charges are pretty interesting. All right. Yes. There you go, Flossie.
Dinkins was already in police custody for violating a sex offender registration requirement after officers searched his home looking for Terrell on Friday, according to Davenport police. So she goes missing July 9th, which is a Thursday. Well, the last time they heard from her, I guess, was Thursday, July 9th. July 10th, they come and take this guy into custody, Dinkins. And this guy has a lot of vehicles, too. Let me see if I can get the picture. Here we go. Pull up the picture. Has several vehicles. And so let's see here. Yeah, they searched his apartment. An Amber Alert was issued July 15th, which is like 5 days after. Some people were upset about that. I'm going to play you a clip about the Amber Alert. Let's see what else I got here. There was something else that I thought I had to mention. They knew about. Oh, actually, we'll play it in the video. The mother did know about the sex offender charges too, but she says that she never, he's been around her kid since birth or whatever. Let me play you the Amber Alert clip that I have here. Save. And
10-year-old girl in eastern Iowa. An Amber Alert was issued overnight for Breasia Terrell. But as KCCI senior reporter Todd Mago reports, some confusion was created this morning when it appeared the Amber Alert was canceled.
Somebody doesn't remember. Thank you for the membership.
Today we learned that an active Amber Alert, the kind you see on highway signs, can only be active for 5 hours. But that doesn't mean the Amber Alert is canceled. The Iowa State Patrol issued the Amber Alert for 10-year-old Breasia Taylor early this morning. She's 4 feet 5 inches tall, 75 pounds, and has black hair and brown eyes.
Sorry, but one thing I realized, a bad habit that I have doing, is I'm over talking the clip, and somebody pointed that out in one of my things, and so it's something I'm gonna try to work on, because I'm sure it's annoying when you're re-listening, you're trying to listen to the video clip, and I'm like, hey Kiki, hey Shonda.
She was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, flip-flops, and shorts. If you know where she is, call Davenport police. Terrell's been missing since Friday morning. Since then, search teams have been out around the Quad Cities. The State Patrol says Davenport police called late last night to request the Amber Alert. They don't know why it took police 5 days to make that request. The State Patrol issued the alert, and then a few hours later on social media, the Department of Transportation said the alert had been canceled.
That's horrible.
That's when the confusion began. A short time later, the DOT apologized for the cancellation. The State Patrol says it may have been a misunderstanding of Iowa statute.
What happens is there's a state statute that says after 5 hours that these notifications are active, then that is
Danny, what's up? How you doing?
The Amber Alert
I haven't talked to you. That is annoying. Even me listening to it, that's why they say it's important to listen to yourself sometimes. That's annoying. Hey. But let me fast forward a little bit. Let's get to the Dinkins here.
Dinkins is a person of interest in this case. Dinkins is now in jail on charges related to sex offender registry violations. They also have his car. In Des Moines, Todd Magle.
So they got his car. It took 5 days. Not only that, I guess it was a mistake. They somehow canceled online the Amber Alert when it wasn't supposed to be canceled. And I don't think he had one of the articles that I took notes from, it stated that he didn't report some of these vehicles. I don't know if it was 2 of them. Let's see if I can find it real quick. The time to get into some more video. I have some clips too about this guy, Dinkins, and 1990. So these charges that they were from 1990. Okay, this guy's 49 years old, 47 years old, Henry Earl Dinkins. Okay, so from and this is according to DesMoinesRegister.com. They had a lot of the information, various articles, great site. So Dinkins pleaded guilty to a 3rd-degree sexual abuse charge in 1990. According to Iowa Department of Corrections, he is currently facing 3 counts of sex offender registration violations after he allegedly failed to report his residence where Terrell went missing. And 2 of his vehicles, this is right here, 2 of his vehicles to authorities, which is required for registered sex offenders in Iowa. So we're looking at 3. He has like some sort of motorhome. So he has a maroon 2007 Chevrolet Impala, a black 2012 Chevrolet Camaro, and a motorhome. That's kind of, I mean, not that he has those vehicles is weird, but I think they did impound the vehicles, and police were asking for anyone with information on the whereabouts from 10 p.m. July 9th through noon July 10th. Maybe he did something in the vehicles. Maybe he knows something, or, has to know something. I mean, how does she just disappear from the house? Right? Dickens has pleaded not guilty to all 3 of the registration violations. The state plans on seeking habitual offender enhanced sentencing for Dickens based on the new charges and past felony convictions, according to court documents. If convicted as a habitual offender, Dickens would have to remain in confinement for at least 3 years. Dickens was moved from Scott County Jail to Clinton Jail County August 28th.
Right, what Alyssa's saying is right too here. But you guys can't. Chat's not popping up. Let me put this back up. As far as supposedly mom was at work when the kids went with Dinkins' grandma, let them go with him, and mom took clothes to her after she got off work. Then Breasia texted her later, but who knows? Yeah.
A weird story. Due to overcrowding. And let's see here. Oh, and here's the other stuff that was interesting. I'm gonna play you the clips. So recently filed court documents show Dickens is wanted by the state of Illinois after failing to appear in court in April 2019 on drug charges. According to the Bureau of County Illinois online court records, Dickens is charged with delivery or possession with intent to deliver 900 grams of methamphetamine. God damn. 900 grams. And manufacturing and delivering, or the intent to deliver over 200 grams of amphetamine, or an analog of the drug. He will not be extradited to Illinois until his pending charges in Iowa are settled. Hell of a guy, right? All right, let me pull up these clips. Let me see what the chat is saying.
Tonight, the man Davenport police have named as a person of interest in the disappearance of 10-year-old Breasia Terrell is wanted in Illinois on meth trafficking charges. Henry Dinkins being held in the Scott County Jail right now on a sex offender registry violation charge and parole violation. He's also wanted in Bureau County, Illinois on 2 counts of manufacturing right now and delivering on a sex offender registry violation of meth. Breasia Terrell has been missing for 2 weeks now, and the FBI has increased the reward to more than $13,000 for tips leading to an arrest or tips that lead to any of his cars on the night of. Want to know if anybody may have seen Dinkins or any of his cars on the night of Thursday, July 9th through Friday, July 10th. And if you have any information in the case, you're asked to call police. You can also submit tips using the P3
right.
app.
Probably. That's a whole lot of meth, man.
I think one of the things too is that I think all the vehicles weren't registered or something like that, because he was like a sex offender, so he's supposed to have all the vehicles registered. I think that was a thing. I remember
they were doing.
Total strangers are helping the family.
Yesterday without a baby, and I'll be damned if I go home again without one.
Aisha Langford is desperate to find her daughter Breasia.
Her picture is everywhere, and nobody has called and came forward on nothing.
Now missing for more than 48 hours, the search has migrated to South Concord with a growing group of family, friends, and total strangers.
She's 10 years old. She's a little bitty thing. She's probably really scared, and we just need to find her.
It's hard to describe how she's just a great grandbaby. She's a good girl.
Breasia's grandmother.
Breasia's grandmother is here too, walking alongside the improvised search party, scouring the muddy riverbanks, rummaging through an overgrown junkyard, and tracing the riverside roads again and again.
She's like my shadow. She's not going to leave my side. There's no way. I am out here, and I have not gotten not one report on my baby, nothing. We've been out here for hours.
And until we find her, we aren't going to rest, and we will be out here all day and all night.
The search party said that they have found evidence and turned it over to Davenport detectives.
Oh, they found something?
Breasia's mom can't shake the feeling that
Or no, what they found?
The kid's never going past 24 hours, and she's not here. This is not real. We have so many cars out here, so many detectives out here, and we have not got one lead on what's going on with her.
For now, the search goes on.
I might make like a some sort of update video on this one day soon, maybe. That's a lot shorter, because this live stream I did was 4 hours. It was very, very detailed, this live stream. Like, I think this is a great live stream if you want to go back and you're just sitting one day. I'll actually put the link for you guys right now. If you're ever chilling and you just want to listen to this entire thing, because we went through a lot of details, I put it there. We're gonna listen just a little bit more, and then we'll just talk a little bit about the updates. I mean, a lot of people find the mom suspicious or thinking suspicious too. I really kind of want to sit down, I think, one of these days and kind of just recap. And by the way, there's a strong I mean, the community is really upset about this from what I see. They have Facebook groups about Breasia that are very, very active. I haven't been following it like that, but anytime there's something kind of big that comes along, and sometimes people message me, and so I think this one might be good to do like a recap thing that's not 4 hours long. I don't know, something 10 minutes, 15 minutes, jam packed with information. That would be a good reference point. Let's see here now.
Local law enforcement agencies are investigating the case. Davenport Police Chief Paul Sikorsky says he's humbled by the outpouring of support and the number.
And I'm going to skip a little bit forward too, because I want to get to some of these interesting clips that somebody sent me on Facebook.
That York Cities is offering.
And we're going to watch the interview here in a few minutes. Oh, let's check out the interview too. What she actually did, we're going to see in the interview, actually did visit and talk to him after, I guess. She previously said Dinkins broke down when he saw Breasia's face imprinted on a t-shirt during his early visit, but denied having information that could help locate her daughter. Alyssa, what's the Facebook group that you guys are in? So I'll put the link for that too. Langford told the Register that Dinkins and she aren't close and only see each other every couple of months when Dinkins wants to see his son. Langford said although she was aware of Dinkins on the sex offender registry, she and her daughter never felt unsafe around him. Terrell had been around Dinkins. There's actually multiple groups. I'm in one group that has 1.3, one called Find Breasia Terrell, but there's a lot of other groups actually. And so I'm not really sure which is the most active one. Okay, I see which one. 4 posts a day, 20 posts a day. So this is the most active one that I see. Breasia Terrell prayer page. Something here. Since she was a baby. Yeah, when you have a chance, email me or message me, and I could do it after the stream. I can put the links in. Let's see what else we got. Hey Bieber, thanks. And I hope everything works out for you. Take your time with the stuff you're dealing with. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. You guys can check out Bieber's channel too. Leave it to Bieber. Good person. Here we talk in messages, Facebook message. All right, let me go. Play a short clip from the FBI.
The investigation.
3 months ago.
The command teams and all agencies involved.
Charges
Okay, here. Let's get to the interview. She did interview. You might have to adjust your headphones, but or speaker or whatever. But I did modify and fix the audio a bit, so it might be lower and louder in some portions. I had to make her audio every time she spoke. I had to make it louder because it was very low.
Good afternoon, Quad City Facebook,
You
Quad
guys let me
City
know what you
Times
think.
Facebook viewers. My name is Tom Lowy. I'm a reporter from the Quad City Times. And Aisha Langford, the mother of missing 10-year-old Breasia Terrell, is here with us at the newspaper today. You've had a long morning, a long, hot morning out on pavement. But one of the interesting things was I found you at the Scott County Courthouse where you had just met with Henry Earl Dinkins, who's being held on a number of charges, including violating his order to report as a child, as a sex abuse offender. He is believed to have last been with your daughter. And so he asked for a meeting with you this morning. Is that correct?
They originally asked for the meeting yesterday originally, but I mean, my son had questions, you know. They weren't questions that were set up by us, but you know, there were questions that he had wanted to ask him, but Henry's main focus was more on where's your mom? And you know, it went from that to the point.
Where's your mother? Or
when he was talking to Victoria,
oh,
it was more on like where's your mom?
Okay.
And you know, I felt like me personally, I mean, I gave it some time, calm myself down, and I'm like, you know what? Anything.
Yeah, some people were saying they thought she was high. I don't know.
It could be a weed. I need to set aside my anger and so much hurt that I got going on inside, and you know, go and see what's going on. See, how do I know? You know, he has something to tell me. Maybe his body language will tell me something. You know, something that may pop, and you know, he may not know that he's giving me a leeway to something, but like I would know it. He wouldn't know it, but I would know it. So I would go in nonchalant because I know that he has a soft spot for me. So I mean, I did just that, and you know, he accepted my call, which was, I mean, he accepted the visit, which was.
So she went and visited him, the Dickens.
Crazy. He accepted in seconds, must I say, and came to the phone pretty quickly and picked it up like, you know, hey baby, you know, and I'm like, no, it's hey Aisha, you know, and we went quickly, and you know, he accepted my call, which was, I mean, he accepted the visit, which was crazy. He accepted in seconds, must I say, and came to the phone pretty quickly and picked it up like, you know, hey baby, you know, and I'm like, no, it's hey Aisha.
So he answered when she answered the phone, he said, hey baby, and supposedly she had to correct him, and she also claimed that he has a soft spot for her. It's a little muffled. I had to make the volume louder, so try to, you know, listen or whatever.
You know, and we went on, and you know, he went on about talking about numerous other things, and yeah, and
you can't go into the conversation because of legal reasons and things, but clear up for some of our viewers, like how is Mr. Dinkins related to you, or what? How do you know him?
I know Henry. We had a relationship history a couple years back, probably like, I want to say about like 8.5 years back. You know, we were together for about 2.5, 3 years. You know, him being a sex offender had also surfaced, and
you know him.
I know Henry. We had a relationship history a couple years back, probably like I want to say about like 8.5 years back. You know, we were together about 2.5, 3 years. You know, him being a sex offender had also surfaced, and his weird ways kind of had me step back, and then him being incarcerated all the time kind of definitely had me step back.
So the sex offender stuff came out, and she mentioned something about his weird ways. Not sure what that means. And constant, I guess, in and out of jail.
To a lot of things.
Shit. That's what it seems like.
We also have
trust nothing.
We have an 8-year-old boy together.
Okay.
Victoria's mostly.
Cherry, what's up?
Langford is what we're working on.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And, you know, that leads us into the kind of another question about social media and a lot of the rumors going on. And you told me yesterday on the phone and again today out on the pavement that it's pretty exhausting trying to keep up and deal with everything. Talk a little bit about what you're going through with social media.
What I'm personally going through with social media is that, I mean, people are taking the spotlight off of the person that was last seen with her. And they're putting up my background up, and you know, they're putting bad words out there, mixing things up as far as the community. Like it's always one story, and you know, they say bad things like, you know, we did a candlelight to get back to the community that did so well, and the ones that did come out, because a lot of them were looking for stories, and I could have pointed.
I have a clip to the candlelight. I'll show you after this video. Took a lot of little video clips, so I'll show you the. I have a clip of the balloon release. We'll take a look at.
Quite a bit of them out. But and those were the ones that did not show up to the candlelight, which was great for me. But the candlelight was to give back, and
who didn't show up?
They say bad things like, we did a candlelight to give back to the community that did so well, and the ones that did come out, because a lot of them were looking for stories, and I could have pointed quite a bit of them out. But and those were the ones that did not show up to the candlelight, which was great for me. But the candlelight was to give back and show that we're here, we're not going nowhere, we're going to stand strong as a community until Breasia comes home. And I had so much negativity, like, oh, you're doing it about death and all that type of stuff. And then I got into an altercation with someone on social media, just they're gossiping on a post, and it came to a point where it was just like everyone's calling my phone. And it was just like, I'm just going to take it down, because at this point, I never really liked the Facebook anyway. Snapchat was something that I liked because my daughter liked the filters. I like the filters too, and I like to make everyone else laugh.
Hey, Rhonda, welcome.
Smile count, I'm there. You never know what anyone else is facing and what they're going through. What? Y'all smiles is what motivates do a lot more than what some may think, And I took my Facebook and I took my Snapchat down, and because of the public just they're so bizarre with trying to get a story. They're trying to get hold of something, and like I told them, once we have something, a very good lead, and once everything is pulled together and Bree's home, you guys will get the story that you guys have been looking for. I have no problem with that. But at this moment, it's about a little girl. It's about a 10-year-old Breasia Terrell. Right. And some don't understand that. And some, they say they understand it, but then, they're on the internet and they're just doing the most of it. It hurt me because every time I'm looking at my phone, I couldn't even look at my phone without opening up a Facebook message. I had got over 400 and something friend requests.
Good question,
and many posts that were shared. Some posts that were shared was definitely heartfelt. Some posts that were shared was definitely negative. And I'm pretty sure that one of these maybe even talked about, you know what I mean? But y'all, their opinions, it really doesn't matter at this point. And to me, it was more like a shut up type of thing when I took it down, shut up talking to me. And like a lot of them try to talk to me out in public, and it's more like, okay, we're out here. I appreciate you guys, and I love each and every one of them for coming out and investing that much time in helping me find my daughter. But it's more like, we're out here for my daughter. All the questioning and why, that shouldn't matter at this moment, because it's still going. Even, as of yesterday, of course, that we're going to roll into that as well. Of course, yesterday, that was hectic. Once again, because of social media, I took it down because of this exact reason.
I know that around by at least until midnight, you were out around the River Drive, Concord area. When do you sleep? Have you been able to sleep much?
In 5 days, I slept about 9 hours. I haven't been able to eat anything. I ate a couple snacks yesterday. Like I ate probably 6 pretzels and 6 of the little cracker chips. And, but I keep a lot of fluid in. And me personally, I'm a bit weak, but I keep vitamins down to keep myself motivated, because to me, I can't eat unless I'm able to eat a meal with my baby, so just getting up every morning and just staying focused. I have bags under my eyes and I'm tired. I haven't did anything to my hair in 5 days, because I'm out here looking. Right. It doesn't matter what I put on. I'm out here. I'm running around. If I had to jump through a lake, I'm jumping through it. Right.
When you do close your eyes, what do you think about? What comes to mind?
It's not what I think about. It's more like so many tears come because it's so, I see her face everywhere, and I feel like when I close my eyes, it's like, I can't keep them closed that long, because it's like, she's like, okay, Mom, I'm here.
Jay,
come find me, come help me. Like I see her face everywhere, so it's like, okay, don't sleep. She's telling me, don't sleep. You're close, and I know I am. I feel it, baby, and I'm coming.
I heard you were on the phone with detectives quite a bit, and I don't want to ask about details of that, but lines of communication good with the law enforcement and with the police?
But a lot of our family, we kind of act out of anger because we're hurt. We're going in 5 days and no leads, no nothing for a community.
I don't know. Her eyes look a little weird to me. Interview, kind of like, I don't know, like
that's so much negative to say. No one comes forward about this beautiful girl of mine, 10-year-old girl, and we're all hurt. We're all restless. Like we can't sleep. You know, sometimes we have to make ourselves sleep about 20, 30 minutes. Like, you know, I watched her sleep. You know, she looked so peaceful, and I really wanted to slap her, but you know, to me, she was peaceful when she was sleeping, and that gave me that much more of a pull. Like, I may not be able to sleep, so I'm gonna get up and make me some coffee. I'm gonna sit up and wait till everybody else wake up, and we gather together and see what we're gonna do for the day.
Maybe she was dealing with stuff. I don't know.
But it's hard. It is definitely hard. And some people say because I'm not shedding any tears at the moment that, you know, I show no emotions. I mean, internally, I'm weak. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm drained. And I mean, I got to be able to be strong for her on the outside. I mean, that's why I ask for no hugs. You know, I ask for no one to come towards me with tears. Because I mean, for me, that hit home for me. It breaks my heart to, you know, to even be here. Like, I almost wanted to shed a tear when I left the jailhouse, but I have to be strong because I know that by me being so weak inside, I believe that, you know, I may collapse and I may lose it, you know, and I need to keep myself.
Imagine dating a sex offender and you have kids and stuff.
Together.
Let's talk a little bit about your daughter. I know she played basketball.
Yes.
Oh, does she ever go from me?
And I know that you and her are pretty tight. You and her, pretty tight.
She's my shadow. She's amazing. She's a perk. She's a child anybody would want. I mean, let's have a tell if you let her say it. But I mean, a strong girl and definitely a fighter. She's not going nowhere without a fight at all. You're gonna hear her. You're gonna see her. She's gonna make some movements. You're just not gonna be able to just grab her or any of that type of thing. You know, she's gonna fight. You know, and I mean, she's so playful. She's helpful. She's a big sister. You can be down here, you know, and she'll draw you a little picture just sitting down. She likes to draw.
I don't think the GoFundMe is active anymore, but it raised $2,400.
She loves to sing. She loves Moana. I'm here trying to actually get up a Moana video so we can kind of post that. Just listen to her sing so that you guys can see the personality that we see.
I learned something about her out on that pavement this morning about TikTok.
Yes, we're TikTok fans. Like, that's something that I didn't say.
So if you guys saw earlier in the video, I played one of the news clips for the TikTok thing. So I guess that was a thing for her.
Down, like, oh my God, she loves TikToks. Like, she made a TikTok for me Wednesday. And I mean, it was a slideshow of myself, but she made a TikTok for me and told me how much, you know, how pretty I am to her and how she wants to be just like me when she grows older. You know, it definitely hit for me, and it made me question myself as like, dang, like maybe I should be changing some of my ways. I mean, I already have, but you know, it's never too much to change just a few more down the line, you know. And you know, she taught me a few of the TikTok dances, and I think I've been killing it. I can't wait until we do another TikTok because I'm gonna get her this time. I've been practicing.
Are you pretty sure that your daughter's alive?
Oh, I'm confident she's alive. I feel it. I know it. We went to the grave site and we prayed after we went down to.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of, I don't know, her demeanor a little bit. She had more than one GoFundMe, Alyssa said. Oh, Lord, don't say Lord, Jesus.
After we left Concord yesterday morning, we went to Grandma's grave site and prayed.
Yep, we prayed, and like we had so many times, like the flower pot that my grandma had, you know, hanging over by her tombstone. We were just talking to her, you know, it shook, like, you know, just give us a sign, you know, send out your angels, because my grandma, she's like the Channel 4 news, you know, Channel 1 news. She has her own channel, you know, everybody knows. So we're like, the
child that's sitting right there, that looks like Breasia's step brother. I think they were step siblings. I'll have to double check though. There's people here in the chat that remember all the details. I think they were like step siblings, and originally it was just the boy that was gonna go, but supposedly he didn't want to go alone, and so Breasia went too.
you know, if you could.
I think that's the half brother on the side.
I didn't realize I said it too.
You could just wrap your hands around her and tell her, I'm coming. And I'm coming, and I won't stop until then. I'll stop at nothing. And I'm coming full speed, and I'm going to make noise. And you're going to hear me, and they're going to see your face everywhere. You go into a gas station, you're going to see your face. You go to a gas pump, you're going to see your face. You go pull up to a red light, you're going to see her face.
Jason!
You're going to know her name, Breasia Terrell.
Doctor, we need a prescription.
You don't know how big that smile meant to me and the rest of this community.
For people who want to volunteer or help out, what do you want them to know? Where should they go? What do you have much of that?
Honestly, it's not about where should they go. You know, it's search everywhere. You know,
Okay.
everything is, you know.
Yeah, sorry about the breathing thing. I told people at the beginning of this, I had the audio was really jacked up on this video, so like I downloaded it, I put it in the editor, and every time she spoke, I had to make it louder. Every time the reporter spoke, I had to turn it down. But when she was talking, I guess his mouth or whatever is by the microphone, so you hear like this breathing stuff, like
everything to us, you know, and just searching. Like I get a lot of calls like, hey, we're gonna search that today. It's more like search anywhere. If you feel today like, I'm at a park, you know, it looks like it's, you know, closed in a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go over here and walk in these woods. You know what I mean? Just look everywhere. I mean, I can't tell you where to look. I mean, because as a family, as an immediate family, some people don't think that we're out looking, but we're out passing flyers out. When we get to a stoplight, I'm jumping out of the cars and I'm passing flyers out to the people that are out there. I have my whole truck, you know, decorated with her face. Her name and her voice is definitely going to be heard. You see a red Ford Escape, honk for Bree. Bring Bree home.
Thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate your time. Aisha Langford, you're searching for your daughter, Breasia Terrell. She's 10 years old. And we want to thank you for taking the time to talk about it with us.
I want to thank you guys for having me now.
All right.
Alrighty. Well. Interesting. Thank you guys for joining me. We're not over yet, but thank you for everybody that's in the chat. Please, if you would have.
I mean, she's full of.
So yeah, we're gonna look at this other little bit here, and then we're gonna move on to the latest stuff. Because this is a really long live stream. So just this last portion.
You know, that's my.
This is from the Press Citizen. This is July 15. So let me just bring it in a little bit for you guys that are new to the chat or that joined in kind of late. So we have Breasia Terrell. She's a 10-year-old that went missing on July 9th or 10th. 9th. The July 9th, she went to this guy, Henry Earl Dickens. He's the father of her half brother, which is 8 years old. By July 10th, the next day, I believe that's when she was reported missing, and that's when she was gone. Supposedly, the mother claimed that Henry wakes up and she's just gone. This guy has a history he's like a sex offender, and so in 1990, he pleaded guilty to a third-degree sexual abuse, which would be interesting to know more details about that. That's probably not public, but I wonder what's considered third degree. And so she's still missing. It took 5 days to get out an Amber Alert. It was issued on July 15. Not sure why it took that long. And to add salt to the wound, if that's how the saying goes, when it was on Facebook, you know, the social media posts where they go Amber Alert, whatever. So we know that they took down the stuff last, and so and we're kind of here now. So let me play this clip.
I can light up a room, you know.
I gotta figure something else out for the chat box. A little unconventional.
When I'm having a bad day, she's gonna make even if she's just drawing me a picture to make me feel better. I mean, there's plenty of times just recently, like you know, almost a week and a half ago, when we just recently had to move, you know, I was crying about that, and you know, also still grieving about my dad. You know, she comes and she wiped tears from my eyes and rubbed my back and sit next to me. She always wants to be up underneath me. She never wants me to leave her side. You know, she sleeps literally right by me, like she's literally my shadow. I mean, she loves music. You know, she likes to cook, but she's not on it. But she's working on it.
She likes to cook, but what?
She's literally my shadow. I mean, she loves music. You know, she likes to cook, but she's not on it.
Oh, she's not all that good.
But she's working on it. She loves to help with laundry. She loves to help, you know, help Notorious with like homework. She loves to do that type of thing as far like she almost like the secondary mom in the house. Wow. And
yeah, Lindsay in the chat said on Facebook, this is awful. Why is she smiling? I don't know either. I don't know if it's like a comfort thing or a nervous laugh thing or on something thing. I don't know. Yeah.
Also the muscle.
Yeah. She's the muscle in the
Yeah,
home.
she's the muscle. Like, you know, you cannot just meet her and not just love her. You know, that smile, everything about her is funny. I mean,
I'd probably reflect back though if I was talking about my daughter, you know, the times or stuff like that. But I don't know, this kind of circumstance, you know, I don't know.
You know, yeah, sometimes she, you know, people consider her a little snitch because she don't tell, she just inform things. That's all.
I also thought the commentary about the little snitch thing was a little weird. I mean, I don't know. I know kids do that. You know, my daughter will do that, which I don't ever discourage like my daughter from like, oh, you're not, don't say this, don't say that, or you're a snitch or whatever, because I always want her to be able to talk. If something's going on, if something's happening I don't know about, okay, yeah, go and talk. You know, so I have no problem because I don't say anything bad to her anyway, but like she'll sometimes joke around, I'm gonna go tell mommy. I was like, all right. And I'd never say don't say that or don't say nothing, because you want your kids either or, especially even co-parenting or when they're going to school, you want your kids to be able to come and talk to you. So I personally, it doesn't bother me, you know. So, but yeah, let me play this back here.
Like, you know, you cannot just meet her and not just love her, you know, that smile, everything about her is funny. I mean, you know, yeah, sometimes she, you know, people consider her a little snitch because she don't tell, she just inform things. That's all. That's
she's 10 years old.
She's not a snitch. She just inform things. But she
take that back for a second.
I mean, you know, yeah, sometimes she, you know, people consider her a little snitch because she don't tell, she just inform things. That's all. That's
she's 10 years old.
She's not a snitch.
And even the reporter is like, she's 10 years old. Yeah, she's like, yeah, she's a little snitch. You know, she don't tell, but she informed things. And she's like, the reporter's literally like, she's 10 years old. Like, you know, which now she's 11. But at the time, yeah. Oh, and let me read this real quick. Alyssa. I know Alyssa's been like following this stuff hardcore. I don't know if I could say that word hard. I remember that word used to demonetize the videos, but Alyssa said when he was 17, he had sexual acts with a 5-year-old. The lady actually came in our group and talked about it. And we're talking about Dinkins here, right? Just to be clear. You know, during this live stream, I think somebody did call. I don't know if it was this one, and it was supposedly somebody that knew Dinkins. I think what I'm going to do after this live stream is I'm going to clip that and post it, because right now it'll be definitely relevant. I'm going to play this portion, and then I'm going to skip to the end to see if I can get it, because I think this is the one where I took calls. I'm not sure.
She just informed things. If she, if a bug or anything, like I said before.
It's kind of interesting. Like the reporter's almost like checking her, like, she's 10. Like, are you kidding me? It's kind of, you know, like you noticed that? Let me play it again.
You cannot just meet her and not just love her, you know. That smile, everything about her is funny. I mean,
maybe I interpreted that wrong, but to me, it seemed like she was checking her a little bit.
You know, yeah, sometimes she, you know, people consider her a little snitch because she don't tell, she just inform things. That's all. That's
she's 10 years old.
She's not a snitch. She just inform things. If she, if a bug or anything, like I said before, if a bug come down and poop on your windshield, she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Mom, the bug had flew and it landed on top of Nana's light. It came in through the house when I had came in and it pooped on the window." Like that's the type of kid she is. She's gonna tell. You know, she don't care if it's the littlest thing. She's gonna tell you.
What's up, man?
If something's not right, if something's bothering her, she's gonna tell you.
She seems to kind of like really harp on that whole snitching, and she's gonna tell you and all sort of stuff. And to me, it almost seemed like the person interviewing her was almost kind of like a little disturbed, like a little bit like you seem a little relaxed, a little too cheerful, and like, yo, she's 10, you know. Let me see if I can kind of fast forward and see if we can find that call on here, if that happened on the stream.
The bug had flew and it landed on top.
Bro, what does that understanding the
no lead? These amazing officers over here. I mean,
we could check this out real quick too if you guys want to see this. This is all for me, kind of refreshing me on everything, so it's kind of interesting to see this. Some of these clips.
Breasia Terrell in many other places instead of these t-shirts. I'm gonna make it be known until my baby's home. I mean, we have no lead. These amazing officers over here. I mean, they're out in bugs. They're getting ate up and spitting up. They're getting leads that
So this is 2 days after.
Where, I mean, I most definitely thank them. Even when I thought that I couldn't even make it out here. You know what I mean? Even yesterday, I collapsed a couple times. Like, you know what I mean? With so many tears. And they lifted me, like, just saying it's okay. You know, you can't always go by what someone else is saying. Just, you know, listen to your heart. And I'm listening, and that's why I'm out here. These candles aren't lit to tell my baby, oh, well, there's a slight chance that it may be a death. I'm telling my baby, your mama's out here, and you got a whole community behind you. And we not going nowhere, and we don't always be here. And wherever
Praise Jesus. So I guess this was like a thank you function or something. But I mean, I see what some people are saying too. I probably would have put these resources into I would have taken that day search for her. That's interesting too. T-shirts 2 days after. Yeah. It's kind of hard to believe the timeline of this, but that's what the QC Times says. It's incredible. July 12th. Yeah. How the hell was that done so fast 2 days after? July 12th. July 10th, she's missing. Wow.
But one thing I can say, the beauty of this situation is every single last person in the community who has came out, who has helped, even if you just brought water or brought food to those that were here searching. That is the beauty of our community. We have so much ugliness going on in the world, but we all have stood tall behind Aisha. And whenever she wanted to go out and travel and find her baby. And let's keep going with that. Let's not stop. Let this not be the end until we can get justice one way or the other. Like I said, bring Bree home. And that's all that we want is to bring me. A Facebook post doesn't matter to me. I want to see her face everywhere. We can learn.
I wonder how long this thing was, like the actual thing. Interesting. Oh, but yeah, there was a balloon release thing that happened. All right, let's see. Okay.
Of Davenport had a court hearing scheduled for this morning, but because of the coronavirus,
this is an old video, just FYI for people watching. It's from when it first happened.
Court was not held. 47-year-old Henry Dinkins has pleaded not guilty to 3 counts of a sex offender registration violation. Police say the charges are unrelated to the girl's disappearance. Court documents say Dinkins was arrested as officers were executing a search warrant at an apartment in connection to Terrell's missing person report. She was last seen at an apartment on 53rd Street in Davenport back on July 10th.
So, all right. 2 little clips that I can pull. This, we're going to fast forward through. Let me see if I can go now towards... Oh, Lord, I forgot about this. No. I forgot about this. Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Mother, I'm going to mute it. I don't know, man. Sent me this. First of all, thank you to these guys for spreading the story. Before we take the next callers, I don't even know if she wants me to say her name. You guys let me know. Somebody sent me this.
Lord help me.
Oh, but I don't know if there's background music. 16 seconds. When is this from? Yesterday? I don't know, man. Let's see. If there's background music, I'm gonna mute it. This is supposedly the mother. I don't know. Before we get to the calls, people that are calling in, the 2 callers now, you can watch this, just listen in, and then you can give me your thoughts. I don't know. Let's see. What is the sound? Oh, no sound? Okay. Oh, Lord. I don't know what this is. I don't know. I can't see her face, though, so I don't really know if that's even her or not, but they claim it's her. Somebody told me earlier today about this, too. I didn't know where the video was, though, so thank you for...
Supposedly, allegedly, Mama was partying. I don't know, I guess during this time. I don't know. Bieber mentioned, too, that, which is interesting, Bieber said that they were turned down from Tim Miller, which is with Texas EquiSearch. It's free. Thank you for becoming And then let me see if I can fast forward. There was a call from like a family member, I think, or somebody that knows somebody.
People, they go far back in and then they set up over there by.
Can you turn me down in the background? Because I think it was towards the end.
Somebody.
Oh, yeah, I think it was towards the end.
I'm
Man, I
irritated.
appreciate that. Thank you for.
Else, like, I don't get why people keep saying don't bash the mom.
Oh, wait, who's
A
that?
lot of people know her, and my little sister, you know, what if we have information where we want to be?
Celebrating break. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call this one person because I don't want to open up the lines and take a bunch of calls. I'm gonna call this one person. Let's see what she has to say. I'm call her right now. Let's see. Okay. Really just need to make a box up for a call a person. Launch it. All right.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? This is iCkEdMeL.
Hi, I'm doing good.
I saw your message. I didn't realize you sent me. I see at 4:58. I didn't realize all this happened today. You sent me pictures of Breasia, and I'm just reading your message now.
I've been trying to contact Dr. Phil. I've been trying to contact Steve Wilkos. I just feel like, I don't know, it just hit home, and I've been up every day, like, trying to just find Breasia. We're all trying to find her, and her mom's too busy calling me private, trying to fight and wonder where I'm at, you know, and I just don't get it. And I don't want to bash her. I have not been, you know, at the beginning I was trying to talk to her and, you know, tell her what I found out and see what she knows, but she was being weird about talking, you know. She was trying to call me private, and I'm like, you know, what if we have information where we want to be able to reach you?
So you know her personally?
And
Obviously?
yeah, I went to school with her.
You went to school with
And
her?
my little sister used to babysit her kids, and she's lived with my older sister before. Like, we know her. She knew my mom, and
Wow.
like, a lot of people know her, and they're like, Davenport isn't big, so when there's parties and stuff, people see her at the parties with a sweater with Breasia on it, but she got her butt in the air and just doing everything other than, I don't understand that type of grieving, but everyone says everyone grieves differently.
So that video was recently? Like, that's a legit video of her?
Oh yeah, yesterday, what was it? 2 days ago or yesterday, she was yesterday she was at a party. And a lot of people, you know, I talked to after the party, I didn't go.
All right, so Alyssa corrected. She said, no, the mom turned down Echo Search. And I think I actually did hear that too. The mother turned it down. That's crazy if that's the case. Now, this is somebody that called in. Yo, what I'm going to do today after this stream, hopefully I have time before I pick up Maddie. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break apart just the phone call section with this caller. And I think there was another caller. I'm going to just post it directly to YouTube and Facebook. Let the people have at it with that. And then as far as Breasia, I'm not sure if I'll just take clips from the live stream and put together a video, or maybe I should just do a fresh one. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely do the callers. I think be interesting to hear some of that stuff.
But they were saying like, yeah, that was her. She was having a great time. Like, it doesn't seem like her baby's missing. And I was just like, you know, I'm just getting tired of seeing it. Like, I feel like, I just feel like the right questions need to be asked. Like, I don't feel like it'd be a good idea if I was to see her, because she already has been calling me, threatening me. There was a post on Facebook from her mom, and it said, does anyone have any memories of Breasia? and it says, post them here, but keep them clean. And I was like, what does keep it clean mean? Like,
Right,
I
it's
don't
kinda weird.
understand that. And she's 10 years old. So Aisha called me private and wanted to fight. She was like, where are you at? I was at work. I was like, who is this?
When was this?
She was like, no, not. I'm sorry, what was
Sorry,
that?
when was this?
This was like I'll say 3 weeks ago, maybe, like almost a month ago. I was at work and she called me and she was like, "You're sharing stuff on Facebook," and I'm like, "Why does it say keep it clean?" You know, like I don't get that. Well, she deleted her Facebook, so I was like, "How do you see what I'm posting, anyways?" So you have people snooping on my Facebook, and you're worried about. That's what it just seems like. I don't know. Like, I'm only going off what I see. You know what I mean? And what I analyze everything. Like, I was trying to, exactly, like, with me knowing her personally, it's just like, let me hit you up instead of like try.
And the thing is, too, we don't know if this is true or not. This is just somebody that called in. The more interesting call, I think, is the person that called in after, right towards the end of the stream, where they claimed to know Dinkins. I forgot. They were like, I don't know if they were in a relationship with Dinkins or something like that. So we're going to do this call right here that you're seeing. I'm going to play that, and then I'm going to play the Dinkins one.
To figure out through everyone else. Let me hit you up. Like, call me and let's talk and let's figure this out. Your baby's gone. Like, everyone is trying to help you. And it's getting too far. It's like, I get goosebumps every day thinking about this stuff. Like, it could have been my little brother. I have a little brother in Davenport. Like, it could have been anyone else. Like, I don't get why people keep saying don't bash the mom, but everyone is bashing Henry, and Henry's information can be online and Henry can be bashed, but no one's looking at this mom. You know what I mean? This is her daughter gone. She had the custody. Like, she allowed this little girl to go to Henry Dinkins' house and has been allowing this little girl. She lied and said
Really?
she hasn't been. Yeah, she lied and said she stopped talking to him. She's been talking to him. And I don't care how anybody feels. The truth is the truth. Everyone should just tell the truth. This is a little
Wait, what did she just say? I was.
girl. She lied and said she had the custody. Like, she allowed this little girl to go to Henry Dinkins' house and has been allowing this little girl. She lied and said
Really?
she hasn't been. Yeah, she lied and said she stopped talking to him. She's been talking to him. And I don't care how anybody feels. The truth is the truth. Everyone should just tell the truth. This is a little girl. Those kids have been around that man. And she lied, and I feel like she needs to be in jail for that, like right now, because those kids had no business around a sex offender. And a lot of families in Davenport know to keep their kids and warn their kids about certain people. And I know there's people that have said they've been warned about him before to stay away from him. So why do you have your kids around this man? Like, and people like, I'm sorry, I can't hold it. It's just so crazy that I'm able to speak to someone that can get someone's voice out there, you know? I wish you could talk to Aisha, but I'm pretty sure she wouldn't talk to nobody. She doesn't want to talk to nobody about anything. So until she gets on the news or something, and all she wants to talk about is social media and TikTok. Like, we're talking about Breasia right now. You're worried about what people are saying about you when you shouldn't be. I wouldn't care. I'd prove them wrong. If I don't have nothing to do with my baby being missing, or if I don't know anything about my baby being missing, I would prove you wrong. I would talk to you. I wouldn't call you trying to fight. Like, it's too much. And her birthday's coming up, and it's just crazy. And I feel like people need to look into it a little more. Like, people need to stop trying to, like, no one's innocent. You know what I mean? Right now, this is a baby. This is a 10-year-old baby girl. And I don't look at no one innocent. If my baby went missing, I already know people are going to look at me like that's your child. You know what I mean? Well, how is it like if your facts add up, then I'm not going to, look at you. But the timeline does not add up at all. It's been switched so many different times. Aisha has said out of her mouth, I don't want people at the candlelight or the balloon release that want a story. Well, you should want to give them a story because you have people out here at all types of times of the day and night looking for your baby in the woods and in the water and everywhere. And you're worried about people asking you questions. Like, people want to know what happened. I want to know what happened the days before she went missing. You know what I mean? Like, can we know the timeline the day before so we know who she was around?
Right.
Because people said they seen her before she went missing with Henry.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So it's just like, if people have.
By the way, anybody that's just joining, we're listening to, this was pre-recorded. This was back in 2020 where I spoke to somebody that's claimed to know the mother, Breasia. So we're playing that clip. I'm going to play the other clip of somebody that claimed to know Henry Dinkins, related to him. And what I'm going to do after this stream, I'm going to extract these two different phone calls and do two different posts so people can reference it if you want to use it or listen to it or whatever. The other thing too, also with the chat that you see on the screen, that's Facebook and YouTube together. So, if you're on Facebook, you see some of these chats coming up and you're not seeing, it's because it's people on YouTube or vice versa. And so you can kind of reply to each other if you're watching the screen, if I have it up. And yeah.
Seen her the day before, and I talked to her, and I was just like, why are people saying that?
Like, the other thing I wanted to mention real quick. According to Alyssa, she says that Breasia was with Henry the whole week before she was missing. I think I might have to make a fresh video, and go back and just get the timeline details. That's what was given to us, and just start fresh and look at everything fresh again. With another set of eyes, kind of different perspective, instead of just rehashing some of these old clips and remaking a video. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Like, I'm not trying to scare her. I'm not trying to scare anyone or hurt anyone. We just want Breasia found. You know what I mean? The more people, I just feel like people need to stand up for these kids. That's the problem. That's why it keeps happening. Nobody stands up for any kid nowadays. You know what I mean? They do all this stuff in front of these kids, and they're our future. Like, we're not going to have no future because all the kids are going to be fucking kidnapped.
Let me ask you this.
It's just crazy. I know this is deep, but
right.
I'm sorry. I'm just freaking
thank you
out.
for calling
I'm
in.
irritated.
I appreciate that. Thank you for calling in. I mean, and you said that those kids have been around this guy, and the news article DesMonierRegister.com, they said that, I guess, Aisha told him that she had never stayed overnight at Dinkins' house before she went missing.
I don't believe that either, but
So yeah, supposedly the mother was claiming that Breasia never stayed there before. I guess Aisha told him that she had never stayed overnight at Dinkins' house before she went missing, which I kind of find that hard to believe too. I don't know. It seems like you had comfortable enough to let her go and stay with this guy, a sex offender's house. That's just crazy.
I don't believe that either, but I feel like her family needs to speak up.
Did you know Dinkin? You ever met him?
I've seen him before. He's been around. Like, I have family that babysitting her kids, and I have family that she's been around, and they've seen him around them, and like her family seen him around them. Like, there's people people are talking, but they're not talking. You know what I mean? Right. And it's like, what are we supposed to forget about her or something? Like, I don't get it. Like, people are too worried about the wrong stuff nowadays. You know what I mean? And it's really serious stuff going on. Like,
do you know if is law enforcement? Dre Latino was asking, is law enforcement still involved, or I mean, that you know of?
Law enforcement's involved and the FBI is involved. All I can really do at this point is just hope and pray that they do their job, because I don't know. I don't feel like anyone's going to speak up. I just feel like everyone wants to just keep everything quiet and just defend this girl. And I don't feel like she needs to be defended. I feel like someone needs to go get her and sit her in a room and talk to her and ask her questions, like the real questions, and watch how her story switches once again. You know, first you say you stopped talking to him when you found out he was a sex offender. You know what I mean? But we all know that that's not true. You've been messing with this man since you were a little girl. You were messing with him before you were of age.
Whoa.
It's just, I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm hoping and praying that they find Breasia before her birthday, because she does not deserve that.
Yeah, Dinkins is 47. Let me look real quick. That was kind of crazy. Dude, a lot of this stuff is kind of flying back to me a little bit. How old was the mother? See, take a note here. I know I have it somewhere here. At the time, let's see. At the time, Dinkins is 47. Aisha, oh, she was in her 30s or something. See the chat real quick. Maybe somebody knows. I don't have it here for some reason. I'll look it up and see. I thought she was like in her 30s or something.
Does not deserve to be gone, and I hope she doesn't know she's kidnapped. I hope she's still a happy kid at this point, because I don't want to think about nothing bad happening to a little kid. And now that I feel like, you know, no one's gonna, like, someone could, you know, speak up or whatever, but I feel like the family, they know more than what they're saying. You know, I feel like they're just at this point trying to, I don't even know. Because I know the family knows more than what they're saying. And some of the family are around her, but have never been around when I was around her. I've never seen half the family members that are stepping up and trying to argue with everybody and go back and forth, have never been around until Breasia went missing, has never posted a picture with Aisha, has never posted a picture of Breasia, has never been around. Like, it's just a bunch of bull. And I feel like
I completely forgot about this call. Dang. I'm definitely going to I'm going to repost these calls. For sure. I was supposed to do it back then and I never got around to it. And it's so deep in this stream because this stream went on for 3 hours and 40 minutes, almost 4 hours. I usually don't do the streams that long, especially on stories. And so at the end is when this stuff started happening. So there might have been a lot of people that missed out on this whole thing. By the way, Keish Love, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, hello, Mel. I'm just hearing about this story. Truly appreciate all the hard work you do for all these missing people in crime. Much love. Thank you. Appreciate that. I feel like I want to replay a couple of seconds of
around when
and some people were asking me if I can get her name and stuff like that. I'll go back and look. This is from October that we did this stream. It was October 26th. So I'll have to go back and look in my Facebook Messenger and all that. If I can find it. I know it's there somewhere.
We spoke on Messenger, and then she sent me a couple of pictures and different things.
Around her, I've never seen none of. No one's gonna speak about nothing bad happening to a little kid. And now that I know, now that I feel like, you know, no one's gonna, like, someone could, you know, speak up or whatever, but I feel like the family, they know more than what they're saying. You know, I feel like they're just at this point trying to, I don't even know. Because I know the family knows more than what they're saying. And some of the family are around her, but have never.
You know her name? Well, can you message me? Hold on. I'll just hang right there. I see your name in the chat. I'm gonna instant message you. Don't put her name out because I don't want people like going to harass her and stuff like that. I'm sending you. Oh, won't let me go. All right. All right. I just sent you a message from my personal Facebook. So, it's Mel iCkEdMeL. You're gonna have to check your message request, but message me on there. Maybe she'll come back on. She can give an update. It'll be good to do a video with her.
Been around when I was around her. I've never seen half the family members that are stepping up and trying to argue with everybody and go back and forth have never been around until Breasia went missing. Has never posted a picture with Aisha. Has never posted a picture of Breasia. Has never been around. Like, it's just a bunch of bull. And
I guess that happens too sometimes, right? With these stories and these tragedies. I mean, it makes sense that I guess family would corral and kind of come and support each other. But then also it's almost like some people kind of put this facade, like they've been around the entire time or whatever, you know?
I feel like people need to stand up and speak because you guys weren't around because you didn't get along with Aisha. You knew how Aisha was. They know like the whole situation, like with the kids, like, I don't know. People know that girl has had her kids, haven't had her kids, got her kids back, got her, like.
Did she lose custody of her kids at one point?
I'm sorry. Yeah, she has, because of some reckless child endangerment stuff. And then, see, people don't put her records up. Once you put her record up, they're like, oh, why are you talking about Aisha? This and this and that. No, put her, look into her. Like, if you know her.
And I never looked into her back then. I don't know what I had going on, but I never followed back. So, I don't know.
And maybe you'll, you know, understand why people are. Like when you're driving reckless with kids in the car and hitting poles and eluding and all that type of stuff, that's not good for kids either. You know what I mean? Especially if they're in your possession in the car or something like that. You don't do that. You don't defend shit like that. I don't get why people keep defending stuff like that. You know, I just feel like a lot of people in 2020 are corrupt and they can't think correctly to know. I don't know. I just feel like people just need to open their eyes and help find Breasia.
It seems like this guy too. I mean, it's interesting. I'm hearing things about her, about Aisha tonight, because there's really not that much information from the news articles that I could see. I could just see that they were talking about a lot about Dinkins. But
exactly,
Henry,
that's what I'm saying.
And he has
They'll
a crazy
talk about him
record too, though. I mean, that's a lot of drugs. The 900 grams of methamphetamine.
And that's the type of stuff that
maybe we need to look into Mama. And maybe we should start following up a little bit more with this. We can look into Mama and just look at everybody around. I mean, I don't know.
she was around, you know what I mean? And people need to understand that just as well as he has a record, she has a record. Like, you got to look into both parents. You know what I mean? You, even if he's not the parent, you know, he was given permission to take her, you know, and it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like Breasia does not deserve this, and I'm just really hurt behind it. I just feel like it should be out there a little more. I try to share her picture a lot. I try to do what I can, you know, and there was just a live video of her brother and a preacher saying that they're going to Des Moines for something for Breasia, and it's like, we need to have an event here in the QC where people can come out that have been searching and helping. You know, you said you were giving back at that candlelight. She said, I'm not having a candlelight for death or nothing, or a balloon release for death. This is to give back. And I'm like, what are you giving back? Like, what do you mean? That doesn't make sense. You're having a candlelight to give back to the community, but why can't we do something now to give back to the community for helping and continue this search for Breasia, whether she's in Davenport, which we've searched Davenport up and down, you know, but we can continue and make more shirts, whatever we need to do. Why can't we do this together? You know what I mean? And I don't understand why not. Like, that's the only reason why I'm upset. And I try not to bash her, but I'm only speaking facts. This is things that people need to, you know. And all I've been doing is speaking facts, and it is what it is. Like, if people are mad, this is a baby. Like, I don't see what you be mad for. Like, I wouldn't be mad, you know, if somebody's going hard for my child, you know, and unless I have something to do with it.
And have you spoken to her? I mean, I know you said like I think it was 3 weeks. You said where you got that, like the block. Was it the block calls? Has she contacted you more since then, or is that kind of been it? Was it the block calls? Or?
Did she contact me? No, she's been contacting other people.
Okay.
And she wrote me on her. She wrote me before she blocked me off her mom's page. And she was like, "Why? No, I was inboxing her girlfriend. I don't know if they're girlfriend or not, or whatever they are, but I was inboxing her. She's always with her through this case."
Oh wait, that woman or whatever? That's her girlfriend?
Yeah, Amber.
Oh.
Emma. I was like,
oh, okay. I was wondering who that person was.
Yeah. I was like, you know, can you have Aisha call me? She was like, why are you?
E. Smith said, Mom, not 30 yet. Okay, so she's not in her 30s. I don't know how old she is. Angela, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. I got the cash app yesterday too. Very kind of you. Thank you. She said, hit thumbs up and follow and subscribe. Hello, Mel. She's a YouTuber. We're hitting the 2-hour mark. I'm just like, man, I want to try to get through this call. I don't know how long the other call is. I might just post the other call after. I might not even play it this stream. We'll see how long this one takes. And you guys can watch it after this video.
Trying to get a hold of her. She was like, you didn't even know Breasia. Like, why does it matter if I knew her or not? None of us, like, I knew her enough. You know what I mean? And even if I didn't know her, this is like, why are you trying to get a hold of her? I was like, always with her through this case.
Oh wait, that woman or whatever? That's her girlfriend?
Yeah, Amber.
Oh.
Emma. I was like,
oh, okay. I was wondering who that person was.
Yeah. I was like,
Aisha jumped this girl and her sister after a walk they had for Breasia. Really? Yo, get in contact with me. Let's do this. I messaged back. Oh, she got back to me. The other woman got back to me. Okay. I got the name. Thank you. I appreciate that. The only thing is, I want to make sure I have the right profile. There's a couple of profiles. Oh, I see it. Definitely going to reach out back to her. We'll see what we can get going with this. Okay. Oh, she shared my video. Thank you. I just looked at her profile. Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk if she wants to, because the thing is now, I guess according to Alyssa, they jumped her, and so I'm sure she has to look for her safety and all this kind of stuff too. K504. Wait, the lady did a story almost found alive. At the beginning of this stream, there was a lady that was found, but it's not Noemi. It's a different woman. I did cover that story just to clear up what was going on with that.
You know, can you have Aisha call me? She was like, why are you trying to get a hold of her? She was like, you didn't even know Breasia. Like, why does it matter if I knew her or not? None of us, I knew her enough. You know what I mean? And even if I didn't know her, this is a baby. Like, I don't get it. Nobody knew her in Davenport, really. You know, and they're all looking for her. And then she was like, I told Aisha not to talk to you anymore. And I was just like, I bet you did. You know, I bet you did tell her not to talk to me anymore.
Did you go on any of the searches? Like, were you out there involved in any of that?
My sisters did. I work out of town, so I'm not there to go on the searches. But my sister, my family, all my friends, they've all been out there searching. I'm doing what I can from home and helping with what I can out this way. So I will be, hopefully we can, I don't know, hopefully we can all meet up or something one day and do something that way. But I mean, that like in the QC, but right now I'm not that way. I just know of Aisha, went to school with her. And when I heard that Breasia was missing since day one, I've been just trying to help with whatever I can. And I even been trying to contact her, and it just did not go the right way. And I didn't want it to be a negative thing, you know, with me and her, because I do know her, but I also wanted to, you know, just talk to her, you know. I was like, girl, just call me, like, we can talk. But instead they want to call me private and see what I know, try to see what I know, you know. And it's just like, I'm trying to figure out what, you know, where your baby's at. What do you know? That's my question. Why are you trying to call me private? I don't get it. Why do you have to make it weird? Talk to me normal. Call me off a number so I can call it back. Like, what are you doing?
All right. Well, thank you for. Did you? Oh, by the way, did you ever meet Henry's wife or the woman he was staying with?
I don't even know who she is. No, I don't even know who she is. He got a lot of women, so sure, I wouldn't know which one is which. Oh, but there is a girl that reached out to me, and she said that this girl, I don't know if what the police spoke to her about, but this girl, she said that she had some information. And I was like, what's up? Like, we can talk about it. This is the information I was trying to give Aisha and talk to her about, but that's when she was being weird. But the girl told me that Henry used to date her mom and used to molest her.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, so it's just a lot of like information that was given that was to the police about this girl's, you know, this girl's information. And it was deep. It was deep information. And I was trying to talk to someone about it, but Aisha wasn't trying to hear it. She told me to call the investigator. I asked her for the investigator's number. She never sent it to me. I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense. They said, why don't you reach out to the police? I was like, I'm trying to reach out to Breasia's mom. Like, aren't you her mom? Like, can we talk to the police together? Like, can we talk about this situation together? Like, this girl just gave me some information that is deep, like that needs to be looked at. Like, it'd be better if I go to the police station with you. Can we talk about this? But no.
Wow. Can you add anything else as far as like just, I don't know, maybe some insight as to far as the mother's character? I mean, you told us a story about
the driving with the kids in the car and child endangerment, crashing into poles. I mean, is that just kind of her normal character, I guess? I mean,
well, there was someone. Well, I know that she shouldn't. I don't know. I just feel like that she shouldn't be around these other kids right now while this is going on. Like, I don't have a good feeling at all about it because her youngest son, like, I know he runs away a lot, and they had signs of, you know, they just have signs that they don't need to be around her. Like, they're doing TikTok, smacking her breast and smacking her booty, and like just stuff that shows that they are just into sexual stuff because he was excited when he smacked them. You know what I mean? And it's a TikTok that was going around the internet. And it's like when that she showed her character in that TikTok, her character towards her kids, because I've never seen. She did bend over and he smacked her on the butt, and I'm just like, that is like child pornography to me or something.
He smacked who
that
on the
just
butt?
looks disgusting.
He smacked who on the butt?
He smacked his mom on the butt. Her son, both of her sons were smacking her on the butt, and stepped back and looked at it first and then gave it a smack and watched it jiggle.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
And that's a TikTok going around Facebook.
Really, I'm gonna have to look into. Maybe the Facebook people can send me the links and information.
Yeah, she deleted her TikToks, but I didn't even have her on TikTok. I got that inbox to me. Like everyone was passing it around. So she deleted TikTok, she deleted Facebook, she deleted all her social media, but she knows what I'm posting on my page. That's what's weird to me.
Wow.
She called me to fight about what I was posting on my page, but you don't have any social media. But you have all the time in the world to snoop on other people's stuff to see what they're posting instead of the correct thing to do while your baby's missing.
Is there any way? Yeah, somebody asked, "What's the TikTok?" Is there any way we can get do you know the account name or something like that, or it's just floating around on?
They don't have an account. I think all of Davenport has those TikToks saved, so I can probably go through my thing and find it.
Okay.
But all those TikToks are saved. There's videos of her at the club shaking it, like she just went to another party. Like people are seeing her out in traffic, music blasting. She's doing her thing, just enjoying the weather and just like not even. And then her family's attacking us saying, Aisha's out looking for her baby every day. Well, not what we see. We see her. Like, it just seems like you guys are off a little bit. We see this girl. She has a big red truck, a big red Breemobile. People see that truck everywhere. Like, people see what's going on. Like, this has to get out there. Like, I don't get why
Let me ask you this.
Going on for so long.
This was a really long call. Holy crap. Definitely the whole person that called in and said they're related to Dinkins. I'm going to have to leave it for another video. I'll clip it and I'll post it after the stream. KK504 asked, I had it somewhere. It disappeared. She wanted to know the age. I don't know where it went, but she wanted to know the age of Breasia's half brother. I don't know if she has I don't know how many kids Aisha has, but I know definitely we got Breasia and the half brother. I don't know his name, but on this article at the time he was 8 years old. I don't know about the other one, if there is another one, because it sounded like the person I was talking to, like she had 2 sons or something, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that. And thanks, April. Thank you. Appreciate that. Good stream today, Mel. Thank you for reaching out to me and all that. Let me ask you this. I'm a little burned out right now. It's been almost.
It's okay. I am too.
I want to ask you this because somebody reached out to me.
Take it slow. What'd you say?
Somebody reached out to me, and I just want to hear your thoughts about this. It says, okay, hold on. In the meantime, Aisha Langford, who is Breasia's mother, opened up 3 GoFundMe pages. Aisha's attitude changed when she started going on spending sprees, buying cars. After the community found out, everyone stopped donating, and she cashed out the 3 pages. She stopped putting out flyers and doing news reports. It's rumored, supposedly, allegedly, these are all allegations, that she sold her daughter to trafficking for a debt she owes a dealer. I don't know. The internet gets crazy. But curious about, did you hear anything about those GoFundMes? Three GoFundMes and all.
Oh yeah, she created a GoFundMe. I think it was $1,500 the first one, and every time she met the goal, she jumped up another 1,000. And once she met that goal, it jumped back up to 3,500. She got like 3,600 and cashed out. She probably had a couple other ones. Wow. You know what I mean? But I know of that 3,600 one, and she cashed out. And then now I guess she got a new vehicle. I don't know what she's doing with the money, but they're trying to get more donations. The preacher pointed behind. Oh yeah, the preacher that was on the live pointed to the posters behind them when he said they need donations. Do you see what the family's been doing? And he pointed to 2 Dollar Tree posters behind them. Like, what do you mean you need donations for posters? Like, why are you steady asking people for money? And she just got 3,600 and maybe even more from people.
Wow.
She was, I don't know. She was selling her shirts to her family members, and some of her family members got mad because they had to buy a T-shirt with their nieces on it and nephews, and like you gotta buy a shirt, you gotta buy a mask, you gotta buy, like, they need some money. They're selling dinners. Like, I don't see where the money's going, but we definitely need a private team that she turned down. I believe she turned down a team that was going to come help her search, and I mean, I'm just lost.
Wow.
I wouldn't mind helping, putting towards a private investigator, so she can be found, like, ASAP. So we can all, we can look for the next baby. Like, we can move to the next one, because there's plenty of them missing, and nobody's. I'm just really kicked off about this baby. Like, kids mean a lot to me. I love kids. I love people. There's no reason why a family should go through this, missing a family member that is especially that young. Like, what are you going to do with a 10-year-old? Like, what? I'm lost. Like, what did she do? She's a good girl. She's a really good girl. She's happy. She, just like her mom said, she loves school.
Do you know if Child Services has been to the house? I mean, I know you already told me the incident. Well, the kids.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know if they've been to the house, but someone needs to talk to them boys. I know that much.
Eva here
someone
said.
Needs to talk to them boys.
Eva says she tried to stop teams from searching within 24 hours to go to a candlelight visual, which we watched that together. For the people that just joined recently, whatever, we watched that way earlier in the stream, and it was kind of weird that, like, literally it was like 2 days after there was this candlelight balloon thing on a Sunday, and I was like, it's a little weird so soon after.
That's what I'm saying. And then the person that she said she's glad didn't come was probably me.
Right. Oh, really?
She said, I'm glad some people didn't come. That's good for me. Yeah. Like, It was probably me. Shoot, I definitely didn't come, but I'm not coming to a candlelight and a balloon release for a baby girl that's probably still alive. If she's not passed on, and I just didn't leave, and I didn't leave her funeral, I'm not gonna release no balloons for her. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And then while she's searching on live, she's laughing and giggling with her friend and talking about, oh, there's a snake. I'm a woo woo woo. Girl, I'd step on snakes and break deer's backs to get to my baby. And you're sitting here worried about snakes and stuff and frogs and your baby somewhere in the damn field. And you're laughing and giggling while you're walking around looking for her, not even wanting to go in the field. But you got people knee deep in the water looking for your baby. Like, that's why I know she wasn't searching like that. Because she, on the live, she hardly wanted to even go in the field. I don't get where all the giggles and smiles are coming from.
I haven't looked into her record, but somebody's asking if the mother's been arrested before, Aisha.
Yes, she has. You got to look at her. You got to go to.
And earlier in that phone conversation, she supposedly said that she has a history.
I report. She's been. People posted up her record, and I guess it was reported. I guess she got her family or people looking on people's Facebooks reporting stuff that's about her, so it's not up there no more. Because because people were posting her background, but they didn't like that. But they'll post Henry's background all day. But we already knew about Henry. Henry's been a sex offender since '92. We knew about Henry. Well, everybody knows Henry's a sex offender.
That's just insane.
But what the people we need to know about you now. I didn't know about her background before I looked her background up. So it's just like, yeah, the GoFundMe, yeah, she definitely made one like the day after. Then and it's like you wanted to start the money flow early. I wouldn't even my eyes wouldn't even been able to see my phone to make a GoFundMe. My eyes would be so puffed up for my baby being gone. Especially knowing that I'm the one that let her go with this sex offender, I'd be broken. It's not even the fact that she's gone, I'd be broken, but knowing that I let her go spend the night there, I'd be somewhere in the fucking hospital.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the call. I think we've done a lot tonight.
Thank you for allowing me to talk to you. I'm sorry if I overwhelmed you.
No,
I just needed to let this out.
Yeah, no.
I needed to let this out so people can hear and stop trying to tell people they're wrong. Because if it was your baby or your niece or your nephew, I'd be going just as hard because none of these kids deserve that. Like, there are futures and people are forgetting that. We're not going to have a future with nothing good if these kids are seeing nothing but bad and being treated the way that they are.
All right.
And that's just my life. That's it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Reach out to me anytime on Facebook. Well, you have this number too if you want to reach out to me on the number. But
okay,
right.
I will. And
right, thank you.
We'll talk some more. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So for people that are just joining, that video is from 2020. This is I completely even forgot about this whole conversation that took place at the end of the stream. It was almost a 4-hour live stream. So like I was exhausted. I think everybody in the chat was exhausted. It was kind of like an intense stream. During that live stream, which I can't even do it now, somebody called in claiming to be some sort of relative or in a relationship with Henry. And so after this stream ends, maybe in a couple of hours, look out for that video. I'll put that phone conversation up, and maybe I'll upload this conversation too. And I also reached out to the woman that we were talking to that I was talking to in that video. So maybe she'll come on and we can talk just about updates and what's going on.
As far as the GoFundMe's, I don't know. I see one, but I haven't really sat down and looked for the other ones, or how it was spent or what's going on with that. I don't know. This is where I want to end off with the kind of an update for today. See where I can okay. Screen. Okay. All over the place over here trying to fix myself. So there's a video. So what happened was, okay, so there was a body that was found, okay? The discovery of human remains, get a little closer, in Clinton County is once again bringing up questions surrounding missing 11-year-old Breasia Terrell. The local 4 news team covering Tuesday's developments in Clinton County noticed Breasia's mother, Aisha, was there at the scene, okay, where this human remains were found. She was standing in the rain, being supported by what appeared to be family and friends. The local 4 news asked Langford if she would speak with us. However, she declined. So she didn't want to speak to the news. And the situation happened July 2020. So let me play this clip.
Standing in
I have a couple of
given to the possibility that this is Breasia Terrell. Our team covering today's developments in Clinton County noticed Breasia's mother was there. Local 4's Leah Sims joins us live from the newsroom with that part of the story. Aaliyah.
Jim, we were out at the scene hours today, just as Breasia Terrell's mother, Aisha Langford, was. She was out standing in the rain, being supported by what appeared to be family and friends. Let's take a look at some of that video from earlier. Now, we asked Langford if she wanted to speak with us. However, she declined comment. I have been following this story for months, and speaking with Langford a few months back, she was hopeful her daughter was alive and would eventually make a safe return home.
I write in my book a lot, so that when she comes home, she'll be able to know, like, oh, well, you know, this is what my mom was going through. This is what she was thinking. I mean, I think about it every day. I write about it every day. I can't wait. I can't wait until she's, like, actually in my arms. It's about, you know, getting her word out and getting her face seen and keeping her name everywhere.
And again, we want to make it clear that right now, police aren't confirming the identity of the remains that were found. Live in the newsroom, Aaliyah Sims, Local 4 News.
So it's not confirmed, okay, but the mother, Aisha, she was out there. It's open for now. Let me play this other clip. Well, there's two other short clip. Do this one here.
Iowa, human remains found near DeWitt. That's north of the Quad Cities in Clinton County. KCCI's Rhea Spigner is staying on top of this investigation.
Oh, you talking about, Tim, are you talking about the GoFundMe? Michelle said here also, Breasia is our Quad City child, not her mom's. We strangers care more for Breasia than her own family.
Rhea?
Yeah, investigators say fishermen found the body in a pond near DeWitt.
And Brandy said somebody said she was recording them digging. When was this body found? This was recent, I think yesterday, but let me tell you. March 23rd, this was posted. So yeah, I believe yesterday is when this body was found.
DeWitt last night, and right now they can't determine the person's age, gender, or race, and that could.
So you heard that? That's kind of important to know. They can't determine the age, gender, or race.
This investigation, Rhea?
Yeah, investigators say fishermen found the body in a pond near DeWitt last night, and right now they can't determine the person's age, gender, or race, and that could be a week or two before the person is identified. But we do know that the body was discovered in the same county where searchers have looked for 11-year-old Breasia Terrell in the past.
So it's in the same county where people were already searching where they found this body.
She was last seen in July in Davenport. At this point, investigators cannot connect Terrell's disappearance to last night's discovery.
And LaKenna in the chat said the day before yesterday at 6:30 p.m. Okay, you guys, thank you for the chat. I appreciate you guys on Facebook. So they're telling me it was Monday, so that would be March 22nd, not the 23rd. 6:30 p.m. Thank you guys.
Based on ongoing investigations in both Clinton County and Scott County, we reached out to the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation, who frequently comes to assist us with these type of investigations. And at that time, both Davenport Police Department and Clinton Police Department were contacted based on some ongoing investigations they have.
while the
They said they were contacted.
Who frequently comes to assist us with these type of investigations. And at that time, both Davenport Police Department and Clinton Police Department were contacted.
All right, let me play this little clip right here too real quick. I just want to see, because sometimes there's little bits and pieces from these media clips. They don't all.
Local 4's Leah Sims joins us.
They don't all have the same information.
Live from the newsroom with that part of the story. Aaliyah.
Jim, we were out at the scene hours today, just as Breasia Terrell's mother, Aisha Langford, was. She was out standing in the rain, being supported by what appeared to be family and friends. Let's take a look at some of that video from earlier. Now, we asked Langford if she wanted to speak with us. However, she declined comment. I have been following this story for months, and speaking with Langford a few months back, she was hopeful her daughter was alive and would eventually make a safe return home.
I write in my book a lot, so that when she comes home, she'll be able to know, like, oh, well, you know, this is what my mom was going through. This is what she was thinking. I mean, I think about it every day. I write about it every day. I can't wait. I can't wait until she's, like, actually in my arms. It's about, you know, getting her word out and getting her face seen and keeping her name everywhere.
And again, we want to make it clear that right now, police aren't confirming the identity of the remains that were found. Live in the newsroom, Aaliyah Sims, Local 4 News.
Aaliyah.
Okay. Robin said she was one of the people helping with the search. And I think, let me see it. I think that was it as far as I couldn't find anything else. We just double check if any new updates came out with the Breasia while we were doing this stream. That happens sometimes. And no, I don't see anything as of yesterday. And so the final, let me see, somebody messaged me. Somebody messaged some videos. Maybe you guys can, the people that have been following this, because there have been people that have been following this the entire time, especially like the local people there. So I was sent these videos. I don't know where this came from. I don't know if it was from a group. I'm curious if the lady directing the video is accurate. I don't know. Let's see. She sent me 2 videos.
But they're
Oh, this was somebody on, I think, YouTube talking.
talking about a plan.
I already measured this all out. Like,
All right, let me see if I can play this for you guys without showing the person's name. Or can I download it?
She already mastered it all out.
Okay, I got an idea. Let me do this. Screen. There we go. I don't know if you guys saw this. I don't know what this has to do. Supposedly some plan being talked about. I'm not really sure.
The oldest son just said, "I'm the murderer."
So I don't know if this is somebody just being very conspiratorial. I'm almost hesitant to play it, but I'll let it play for a minute or two. You guys let me know in the chat if you've seen this. What is this?
So they've spoken on a murder, obviously, or they've put that in his head. She says she's going to be the one that's going to panic. All three of them are going to have different personalities.
So you guys saw this last year. So what exactly is this? Is this just somebody with a theory or what? Oh wait, I don't want to get copyright. I just thought about that.
Breasia is not out there with them, and the smallest son, Notorious, is cursing and everything in front of his mother.
I think what I want to leave this for maybe another video. I don't want to get hit with a copyright on this. Oh, I just fuck. I don't want I don't want to get hit with a copyright, and so I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. We'll call it a stream because it's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I appreciate you guys coming and joining and supporting the channel. What I will work on doing today is I'll post the video of that Dinkins conversation where somebody that knew Dinkins called in case people missed it, and maybe I'll put the other phone call to up, and then we'll see in the future if I can work on a video. Benny said this video is BS. How the fuck does she know what is being said? Yeah, and just her theory and your caller. I don't know. So that I didn't play it months before this. Oh, that was months before disappearance. Yeah, so I think we're gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna mess with that video then. I don't know what the origins or the source of that was. But yeah, look out for the 2 phone calls that I put out, people that called in, and yeah, hit like and subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. I appreciate you guys. There's Xavier, thank you for coming by. And I'll see too if Lakana, thank you for reaching out to me too, and I'll see if the other person replies. Maybe she'll be willing to talk. You know? So, and we'll keep following. So yeah.